he's ready as a rookie on a bleep roster. That's one. Then you fire his head coach after his first season. Then you bring in bug-eyed Adam Gase to coach him after that. Of course, that didn't work. The Jets hit an even lower low when they changed front offices again. And then the dude is shipped to an even bigger butthole of a situation in Carolina.
Butthole.
So what are we talking about? Two absolute butthole situations. Jets and Panthers. But again, I said this earlier, and here's where I give him credit. He then decides, all right, so where can I go? Where can I go and get the most money? Where can I go and maybe get the most playing time? And he did. He went to the best situation. He wanted to take a year, gather himself, get better mentally, get better physically. He went to San Francisco. He took less money. He went to San Francisco to learn under Lobster Jr. Take a step back, be a backup quarterback to Brock Purdy. Work on the craft. Spend time with the most brilliant offensive mind in the sport. Then decided this past offseason, all right, I'm in a much better space. I'm in a much better place. I made a good decision. I had a good year. Let's take another shot. Signs with Minnesota. Great decision. Great decision. You know, he knows. Much like my guy Baker Mayfield, maybe this is it. Baker looked at Tampa and thought, that's a great move. I'm going to bet on myself. I'm going to take a lot less money. I'm going to take almost no money. Bet on myself, improve on that guy still. So this is what Darnold's doing. Goes to Minnesota, betting on himself. Great situation. Great head coach, great talent around him. And for the first time in his career, a great situation for a quarterback. He's got studs in front of him, too. One of the best tackle combos in football protecting him. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison when he's awake, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and O'Connell to coach him up. So again, Viking, I'm not saying this is your long-term solution. I'm just saying this guy is more prepared and better prepared right now than JJ. Give the guy a shot, man. I've always been a fan of Sam's. I hope it works out for this dude. And if I was some of you in the Skull Nation that are losing your minds right now, just relax. See what this guy can do. And number two, importantly, don't throw JJ out there before he's ready. The last thing you want to see is JJ seeing bleeping ghosts early in his career. You know, like Darnold did.
Seeing ghosts.
You don't want that.
Seeing ghosts.
From your pick. Well, Colin knows exactly what the hell he's doing, man. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. This is not something to lose your mind over. And listen, if for some reason your guy goes in there and straight up beats Darnold out, fine. Then he will play. I'm just saying I would get used to the idea that your guy's not going to play from the jump. I don't think he should. I do not think that he should. Romeo, I think Sam Darnold is a stable bridge QB. Signed the Baltimore Bridge. Wore DJ going OJ and running through the airport to catch her flight. Wore DJ for never chopping anybody's head off. She's not running through the airport, nor is she chopping or lopping domes. She's not doing any of the above. She just wants to get on her plane and come home and see her husband and Sapphire. So she's been delayed, but not postponed. Allegedly, hopefully. Give me back my wife. That's it. Now we're done. My thanks to Joe Espada. He was great. Hour number one. Shaq Barrett. He was great. That was in hour number 3. Want to thank you, clones, for listening. The XR4TI, another strong day. Thanks for checking us out on the stream and on radio. Once again, we are working on another platform. Oh, and follow me on TikTok at Jim Rome. We got our handle back. Got rid of that squatter. You get nothing. No money, nothing. Follow me on TikTok, too, and Instagram, and X. See you tomorrow. We're out. Plug in a Hyundai EV to let the extraordinary happen. From the ultra-fast charging capability and long range in the Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6 to the adventure-seeking spirit of the Kona Electric and the groundbreaking 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. And turn extraordinary into electrifying. There's joy in every journey. Estimated range varies for models and trims and depends on battery capacity, temperature, options, and other factors. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for vehicle availability information and other details.
Strike three, you're out. As baseball is in full swing, NHTSA is highlighting pitchers who are clock throwing the fastest speed in the history of the game. The year was 1997 when Rob Nen, a closer for Florida, threw this historic pitch when he unleashed a fastball clocked at 102 miles per hour. It's okay for pitchers to be clock doing over 100 miles per hour on the mound, but on the road when you speed, you put everyone on the road in danger, one way or another. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC. America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
Want a great lunch with quick service? Huckleburger. Need a place to dine out with the family tonight? Huckleburger. The fastest full-service restaurant in town. Huckleburger. Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality, delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington. Huckleburger. Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed
Ryan McChrystal joining us.
When JC got picked, our whole family just kind of lost it because we've been close for a long time. And then obviously Carter got picked when we were kind of still in the midst of being in shock a little bit from just getting picked, like, I don't know, probably 30 picks before that. So it was awesome. We just saw his name pop across the screen and we all screamed again. So it was just like it just is like one big family. So like it's just like one of my brothers just got drafted, or just like one of my parents' kids got drafted. So it's one of the most special things you can possibly go through.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
You already know, my guy.
I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you.
Hey, you ought to see me in the summertime. Drop that, baby. Let's see it.
Yeah, I missed the lunch meeting today.
I love Food Line's magazine section, and I love using the bathroom and clogging it up.
That's nuts.
I smash anybody's grandma.
At the Burlington... I have no idea what the just happened.
Tell you what, I'm a turtle saver.
I don't like cocky Clip.
Where's Clip? Clip, what's up, dude?
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Usually this time of year, I'm saying it's a hot one in eastern North Carolina. Today it's not. It is a wet one as the clouds have opened, the skies have opened, and getting a downpour here in eastern North Carolina. A great day to just sit at home and huddle around the radio with your family, which is what my family does each and every day, and I hope yours does as well. Welcome into the show on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930, online, pr927fm.com. And we'd love for you to be a part of our program. You can check us out, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube and Facebook Live as well. And we want you to be a part of the show. Coach Mack has brought an idea, and he wants the listeners and viewers to get involved with. So stay tuned and have a good time with us for the next 3 hours here on Pirate Radio Live. And coming up in the next 3 hours, you will hear from Mack McCarthy. He joins us hour number 1 in the Pirate Radio studios. The Mully man, Mike Mullis, will join us coming up at 4 o'clock. And we'll have kind of a baseball hour, or half hour at least, because the Tar Heel Greenville Little League 10 to 12 All-Stars will be joining us. Ramey Steins coaching that squad. They'll be in here to talk about their next move, as it is All-Star season here on Pirate Radio. If you have an All-Star team that has not been highlighted by Pirate Radio, let us know, because we have an opening Thursday. Other than that, we're booked up with All-Star teams Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. It is All-Star season. Talked to the softball All-Stars yesterday on the show. So Mully and the Greenville Little League All-Stars coming up in hour number 2. Bryce Williams, the new Pop, will join us coming up in hour 3. And we will talk AAC Media Day, hear what Mike Houston had to say about his Pirates today in Texas, and we'll have a little bit of that coming up in just a moment as well. Shirley Rhodes is here on a Tuesday. Mark Alexander hanging out in the back, supervising, making sure everything's going good. And Alex Harper, East Carolina long snapper, enjoying a week away-ish from football activities, but about to start grinding with fall camp.
Wednesday.
Alex, did it hurt you to type Tar Heel All-Stars on the YouTube today?
Made me a little sick, yeah, but it's fun.
You're a North State guy?
It's fun.
Through and through?
Gray pants all the way. You know, I don't wish anybody on that team harm, you know.
Well, that's nice, because they are little kids.
You know, hope they do well. They are representing Greenville, but no white pants.
No white pants, your team gray pants. Always. All right, to my left side.
Strong side. What's up, Clipper?
Hey, John. How you doing?
I'm good. Happy Tuesday to you.
HT to you, my friend. And far left, we've got former East Carolina head basketball coach. He is Mack McCarthy joining us today. What's up, Coach Mack?
Hey, Coach. Clip and crew. Yes, sir.
Glad to be here. Always glad to see you, Coach Mack, and talk about what is going on in the world of sports. It is preview season, so we're getting excited for football. I did ask everyone yesterday, so I'll ask you, what sports-related things did you do this weekend? Did you watch anything?
Watched the Open. Saturday and Sunday, which was very entertaining both days, to be honest.
So Xander Schauffele's gone from can't win a major.
Yeah, the best golfer never to win a major, and now he's got 2 all of a sudden, which I kind of like that story. Vegas guy, San Diego State guy, and seems like an all-around good guy, and he played his tail off on Sunday. And Saturday was really interesting because the weather got horrible in the middle of the round, and they persevered through that. Everybody except my guy Lowry struggled with that weather, and he went from, I turned it on, it was 8 under, and then I look up on 18, he's 1 under, so he gave up a few shots and never could really get back in it. McIlroy played horribly the first couple days and missed the cut, despite having all the tournament hype, and watched a little NASCAR and saw an unbelievable race on Saturday, actually, for the JV race, for the Xfinity race. A couple of Stuart Haas, who barely will exist going forward, a couple of their cars going at it, and some incredible moves, and a very interesting race on Sunday also. And Larson didn't get the Indy 500, but he did win the Brickyard, so he got a win in Indianapolis.
I was going to do the same thing I did last Tuesday and say a name who was leading the race the last time I looked at it and get it wrong again. I was going to say Denny Hamlin won on Sunday. No, I guess it was Kyle Larson, according to Mac McCarthy.
Speaking of NASCAR, Coach, I was offered to go to Darlington today.
Wow.
September 1st.
Oh, that's
Sunday.
So the Sunday after the ECU opener.
Yeah. And I don't think we usually, it's Labor Day the next day, but we don't take off here at Pirate Radio. So I had to say no.
I've seen you take days off
during football season.
Don't use that as an excuse.
Are you going to that one, Mac?
September 1st. No, I'll be Virginia Tech at Vanderbilt. I won't be back in time, and that might be my favorite track to go to. It is so good.
The Lady in Black.
The Lady in Black. Yeah. Track too tough to tame. Whatever you want to do.
Southern 500.
Southern 500 was the classic there for years, but it is so hard. It's the most difficult track to drive, and it is like. This is not an endorsement, but it is like going back in time. And of course, they do the throwbacks when they go there and all that. But it is like going back 20 years when you go to that race. It is almost surreal the way it is, like it was back in the day.
Is that a night race?
It's 6 o'clock.
Yeah. So, well, dang, John. You know what? I'll allow you to go. I'm not your boss here.
I know.
But that sounds like a good...
If your name was Jonathan Ellerby, I'd say, thank you, boss. I'm going. I'll see y'all Tuesday.
Well, we can get a petition going for you.
We'll get Alex in here to produce.
Yeah, 2 days after hopefully beating Norfolk State.
He said he was going to be here on Mondays.
That is true.
Mondays are going to...
Is it on Monday?
No, John. Why can't you just come back after the race? John's worried about that Monday.
I can get back early, like Monday.
Less than 4.
Because they talked about getting a hotel.
Less than 4.
Was it you or CJ? I think it was CJ.
I've driven back after that race.
It was CJ.
CJ went to like a Nationals game or something, and it took him like 2.5 days to get back.
It was, I want to say, if it wasn't a Nationals game, it was a race because he is a big NASCAR guy. But it took him like 4 days, and I remember Redbeard every day was like, when is the rookie going to get back to the studio and be on the show?
That traffic.
That's not how... If you let me go to Darlington and go to this race, to my first ever NASCAR race, I can promise you it will not take me 4 days to get back.
I can promise you. All right. Coach, I was going to say about the golf. I saw a stat. It's in my phone because I was going to use it somehow in trivia, but I don't have my phone in front of me. This is the longest stretch of American winners in majors since 2000, 2001.
Yeah.
And one guy had all those wins, Tiger Woods. Yeah. So he did it for the country. At least now we've got, Schauffele, I guess DeChambeau. I don't know the others, but like 4 or 5 in a row majors now.
But Schauffele,
Scotty Scheffler.
Had 2 of them. Scheffler had the Masters.
Yeah, and then DeChambeau, so that's at least 4. So a nice stretch that has not been seen since Tiger took care of it himself. Redbeard, speaking of Redbeard, big travel guy apparently because he's chiming in here, Sean. Drive down Sunday morning, come back Monday morning. Simple as that.
I'll have to think about it. We still got some time. I might not go.
He's looking for any excuse not to go.
I know. That's kind of strange.
Yeah, I want to go. I do want to go.
I get it, though. It is kind of hectic.
The ECU game is at 6 o'clock the night before.
Yeah, so that's going to be a late post-game.
Post-game will probably get done around 11:30ish.
Now, the person who's asked, when are they going to the event?
He talked about going Sunday afternoon, Sunday around lunchtime.
Okay.
So, which, I mean, I could do.
That would work. Why don't you come in late Monday? Look, Ellerby's not here, man. We can do whatever we want to this week. Jonathan's gone.
All right.
We can make plans. We can leave now.
So even though he's not here this week, that means I can do whatever I want a month and a week or so from now.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Chandler? Hey, you weren't here the week of July 23rd, so I can do whatever I want.
Let's check in with the chat gang real quick. Jerry says hello. Hello, Jerry. Jimmy says, hey now. Tyler said, it's a great day to be a duck.
An Oregon duck?
They put a big duck in the river in downtown Indianapolis for the Big Ten media days. They put a huge white duck in the river.
And the purpose is what?
Just to announce that they've arrived in the Big Ten.
Oh, Oregon. Okay. Yeah, I was not connecting the dots there. Now I get it. I saw somebody posted a picture, and it was on the internet, so it had to be true. Cal had a billboard in Charlotte, apparently. Yes. Is that true?
With their schedule.
What of all the pointless billboards out there, that's got to be one of the most, right?
I think Stanford brought their football equipment truck, too, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody showed up. And again, you never know what you see on the internet.
Derek says, so I was thinking our quarterback with a 12 rating is a combination of all the worst parts of last year's quarterback situation. We did talk to James Moore last week on the show. Derek, last year. It was not a good quarterback year for the Pirates. We will talk some ECU football on today's show, hear what Mike Houston, Tim Pernetti had to say at AAC Media Day, and I will tell you where the Pirates are ranked in the American. Have you seen, Alex? You have. We'll get your thoughts on that as a player. Alex did not like typing Tar Heel into the chat because he's a North State guy. Jamie says, it makes me sick reading Tar Heel. That's probably for a different reason. Robert, who is
the Tar Heels.
Thank you.
He is Mr. International.
What did she say, Shirley?
The Tar Heels.
What was her name? I forget it every time. Jenna, WNCT Channel 9. May have been working when you were coaching, Mac. I don't know how the year, but she accidentally slipped up and said Tar Holes instead of Tar Heels.
On the air?
And on WNCT Channel 9.
Oh, the Tar Holes.
And became a legend.
Wow.
She was the most liked anchor in all of Eastern North Carolina.
She is on your side.
Robert is our international football guy. He said, getting my football fix this summer, watching European League of Football games, the Enthroners versus Sea Devils, and Bravos versus Musketeers. Hey, man, Robert's a football guy. Get it any way you can.
Wait till American football's back. He's going to explode.
Tyler says, no rules, do what you want. Jamie said, does Coach Mack know if the IROC races are televised?
I can't imagine they're not, but I don't know that.
You don't know where to find them?
I don't know that. I haven't seen the schedule, actually.
Hey, he's not Google, Jamie. That's a simple search.
I should know, though. Jamie's right.
Old Hob says, greetings from the coast. Hello, Hob. Surf City, North Carolina. Jamie says, I see now. IROC on MAV TV, whatever that is. Never heard of that. All right. So, chat gang, thank you for being here, chiming in on today's program. AAC Media Days. Hey, there's a new commission town.
Hey, we got a new commission in here. Hey, it's nobody but Tom Panetti.
Well, I think he goes by Tim.
Oh, hey, Tim, Tom, Tomato, Who gives a dang?
I think they call him Tim.
I don't care what they call him, but his last name's Panetti.
It is Panetti. But it ain't Tom Panetti.
It ain't Tom. We ain't talking about Tom and Jerry here.
Oh, Lordy. John.
I was just keeping you on your toes.
Trust me, you're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. So let's hear from Timothy. Tom.
Tony. His name should be Tony.
Tony. Let's go with Tony Pernetti.
Why is his name? Hey, we're talking about Tom or Tim. Why is it not Tony?
Tim Pernetti had good things to say about East Carolina and Greenville, North Carolina. Shirley, can we hear that?
Really excited, naturally, to get on all of our campuses this fall, but I will say that, and I've been to Greenville, I've been to East Carolina football in the past. It's a different place. And the one thing that's really impressed me, including in the media, there's been a lot of interest from the market and from the institution to just talk more with the conference office about the future of our conference. But anybody that knows East Carolina knows how passionate the Pirate fans are. If you've been in that stadium when it's packed, it's kind of a different deal. There's no better environment, I think, in our conference. When you talk about teams that are capable of making a jump in the standings this year, I think we have some real optimism about East Carolina, and that home field advantage is a huge part of it, but certainly Coach Mike Houston is an even bigger part of it.
All right.
That was very nice of him to say.
Tim Pernetti. Interesting position you're in, though, where you have to speak highly of every team, even if they suck. But he is right that there is optimism with ECU coming off the 2-win season. Coach Mack, what do you know about Tim Pernetti, the new AAC commissioner?
He spoke to us when we were in Conference USA at league meetings a couple times, and I can't remember. I think it was in his capacity maybe with College Sports Television or CBS Sports, and I don't remember whether it was just specifically about television or was it about whether it was about scheduling as it relates to television. But even then, he was a guy that everybody was touting as a rising star and somebody who was going to be big in the college sports world, and he has gone on to be an AD and now a commissioner.
Sounds like he has big ideas. He spoke today about getting outside the norm, doing things a little different. It doesn't have to be status quo. And I had y'all listen to a clip where he said, look, the college football playoff and the AAC are married together. We hope to send our champion to the playoff this year and next year, and we'll see what the format looks like beyond that. But did it sound like he was also promoting the idea of another playoff? If it's almost sounded like a group of 5 playoff to me, where he said not every conference champion is going to the college football playoff. There's going to be champions that are left out. Shouldn't there be a playoff for those teams?
That was really interesting. I had not heard that pitched. I had heard the group of 5 playoff pitched, but I had not heard it in conjunction with the best team in the group of 5 playing in the playoff. And then, of course, that eliminates one of the league champions probably. Yeah. So then you have 4 left. It's really set up for a playoff. And you got to think there would be a television appetite for that, and television generates money, and obviously 3 more games, 2 semifinals, and a championship. I think that's a really intriguing idea. Most of these ideas that get floated don't have much substance, but I had not heard this one. And maybe it's been out there, but I think that actually makes sense.
I've been a fan of the idea, and I like the way Pernetti put it, where he said this is
in addition to,
not in place of.
Yeah.
So it's not like we are conceding and saying we don't want to be in the college football playoff or maybe even a big-time bowl game, but instead saying, hey, we're going to send our best team to that playoff. And then we're going to have a playoff of champions, a tournament of champions.
And I don't know that you want to do it this way, but you possibly could even tie it to bowl games if you wanted to. I think there would be bowl games that would be interested in those matchups.
How would y'all feel about this? Let's just say, because there's now 5, group of 5, whatever. You send, so the top ranked team champion is going to go to the playoff. That leaves 4 champions that are out. And let's say they are Toledo, App State, Liberty, and Boise State, because Memphis goes, or East Carolina, whatever you want to do in your fantasy land. So there's 4 teams there. Maybe they do a playoff.
2 semifinal games.
A tournament of champions.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Mac?
It makes sense.
To
it really
me,
does.
That's more attractive than going to the whatever bowl, Tax Slayer Bowl.
Yeah.
And playing maybe you play a good opponent, but they're going to sit out all their good
But you
players.
still could combine those two. You could have the semifinals at the Tax Slayer Bowl or the Poulan Weed Eater Bowl or whatever it is.
Yeah, make the bowls into that tournament that you're. Yeah, I like that idea. Look, maybe it's because I'm a sucker for brackets, but I also like stakes. I like. All right, what happens if you win this game?
Like a
bowl game,
a regular bowl game, you win, your season's over. You lose, your season's over.
Either way, Alex Harper's getting a sweet swag bag.
And you're saying the highest ranked group of 5 team goes to the playoffs, but the 4 champions, you have 2 semifinal games.
Yeah.
And if you are playing in the Tax Slayer Bowl and you win it, sweet. You get to go on and play in the. What are we calling this? What is it? A championship?
The Panetti Bowl.
I think he meant what are we
out
calling
of the
like
final
the
4 teams? When you make it, you win the semifinal.
Yeah.
It's not a national championship, is it? What are you calling that final game? Are you just calling it?
It could be a national championship.
It's the tournament. Yeah, it's like UCF's national championship.
Okay.
Fantasyland championship.
College football classic.
Group of 5 champion. I don't know.
You don't call it that because that has a negative connotation.
Yeah.
So the tournament of champions, champion.
The best of the rest.
But if you're an ECU fan, Boise State gets the invite to the college football playoff because they're the highest ranked team. East Carolina wins the championship, not invited to that. Would you rather be in that deal or a bowl game? That's your question.
I'm going to ask the player that. Would you rather go?
I know Alex's answer.
I'd rather be in that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
But Alex.
In the group of 5 tournament of champions?
Yeah.
But what if they're on campus sites?
And not bowl games.
And you don't get that bowl week and that team bowling event and that swag bag. You'll still get a swag bag.
I was about to say,
You'll probably get
swag bag's still going to be there.
With the TVs and everything, you'll probably get straight cash, homie. You walk into your hotel room, there's just a wad of money.
Pay your legal fees.
Hey, I ain't got any right now.
It's clean.
I'm completely clean as of July 23rd at 3:22 p.m. I'm good.
And by the way, this is not a great consolation to being in the college football playoff at all. But I still think it's better than a bowl game for the player. For Alex, I get it. He wants that experience, the trip. The everything that comes with
Are
it.
all the New Year's Six bowls taken up in the well? No, I guess it's not. But why not use some of the New Year's Six bowls as your bowl game in the Group of 5 tournament?
Because
they not a part of
they got tie-ins.
I think they'd rather have SEC teams than East Carolina and
they're not going to give
Toledo.
up their tie-ins. No.
Oh, that's true.
What if we were
I forget
doing
that you have the regular bowls. I forget that. Okay.
If we were doing this, honestly, I would just make it a completely separate thing, and I wouldn't have it tied into a bowl game because we mentioned, like, if you called it the Group of 5 tournament or something, it would be, like, demeaning. I think it would be demeaning to have the Tournament of Champions semifinal game being, like, the Gasparilla Bowl.
It would be.
I would just make the 3 games, the 2 semifinals, and the championship. I would just make it, like, its own thing. Maybe have it at one site. Like, host it in, like, Atlanta.
Vegas, Atlanta, somewhere. Yeah.
And just have all 4
and there
fan
not
bases.
be a sponsor. I mean, there will be a sponsor.
There would be a sponsor.
Yeah.
And just
But
have,
you
like, all
create a new
4
one.
fan bases there, for a week or 2.
Alex has a monster in his hand. The Monster Energy semifinals at Atlanta. They're not going to put it in the Mercedes-Benz Dome, though. They're going to put it at Turner Field. Sorry.
Turner Field's cool, though. I've
played there.
I've played there. It's a pretty cool venue.
Vegas would be cool.
Willard says NIT of football. Jerry says, agreed, Willard. Sounds like a second place tournament. Okay, fine. Go to the crap bowl. Enjoy it. What is that?
Play for nothing.
What is the Beef O'Brady's Bowl? Y'all like
bowl
that
game that we have?
Y'all like that more than
the
this? I explain that to me. You don't like the second place tournament, but you like going to the Beef O'Brady's Birmingham crap in a paper bag bowl.
All right, hold on. A guy that's coming up on this show is a 2-time Beef O'Brady's champion.
Great.
Put some respect on that name.
I don't understand that line of thinking. Explain it to me, Willard. What kind of name is Willard? Sorry, that's not fair.
Yeah, let's not go there.
You didn't pick your name.
Yeah.
You could change it, though.
Poor Willard.
Poor Willard.
Holy cow.
Willard's going.
Willard, you don't deserve that. I apologize.
He could go by Will if he wanted to.
Willie. Big
You didn't
Will.
have to put Willard on your YouTube account.
Or Lard.
Big Lord. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before, but I just don't get how this is more demeaning than some crap bowl in Tampa Bay Rays Stadium. I don't know.
They're not saying that. They're saying it's more demeaning than going to the playoffs.
No. Can I cuss one time? Ellerby's gone, right?
No, don't cuss.
I don't need anybody to explain to me that this is not as good as the college football playoff. And you saying that to me makes me want to strangle you.
Do you think that they're saying it's more demeaning than a regular bowl game? I don't think that's what they're saying.
Well, what the hell are they saying?
They're just saying they don't want that to happen.
All right, fine. It won't happen then.
I'm sorry, Willard. I'm trying to take up for you, buddy.
Mack, I apologize too. As Radiohead said, for a minute there, I lost myself. But now I'm back.
You had the slop. You know about the slop, right?
What's the slop?
Sudden loss of personality. Usually happens on the golf course.
I have the slop. Let's take a break.
You feel free to use that.
I like it.
Because it happens a lot.
Yeah. Happens to me quite a bit.
No.
What is the best outcome for East Carolina if they don't make the college football playoff? Let's put it that way. A bowl game? A tournament of champions? Nothing? Just going home? I don't know. What? Tell me. Educate me. We'll be back after this jazzy tune.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party.
Hey, Pirate Nation, it's Pirate Steve.
And Lady Pirate Marissa.
Join us August 29th at the State Theater in Greenville, North Carolina for the Pirate Radio Kickoff Party.
Yep, 6 p.m. and we're going to be joined by Blake Pearl, a former pirate and American Idol singer. You don't want to miss it.
Go Pirates.
Arr. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arg.
It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time. It's bow time. When you combine the bold taste of a Bojangles Chicken Supreme with dill pickles, Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, and a toasted bun that's great on the go, you get Bo's Bird Dog. In fact, you can grab 2 of them for $5, available for a limited time only. It's bow time.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea. A strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going planking!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Did you hear? It's Christmas in July at the new Doug Henry of Greenville. The Christmas tree is hung with a discount for you to pick up from Doug Henry of Greenville. Right on the corner and right on the price. With good old St. Nick spreading Christmas cheer. It's Christmas in July. Doug Henry of Greenville has the biggest inventory of used cars around. Doug Henry, right on the price, right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial. Visit them today for your new car or check them out at DougHenryGreenville.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, it's Caleb with Stroud's Marine. Boating season is here, and at Stroud's Marine we're stocked up with over 20,000 pre-owned parts. We've got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Speaking of outboards, we will buy your old ones. And as always, our mission is to save you money and get you back out on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
Hey O's fans, celebrate summer and cheer on the Orioles on Tuesday, July 9th at 6:35 as the O's take on the Chicago Cubs at Oriole Park at Camden Yards. The first 15,000 fans, 15 and over, receive an Orioles beach towel presented by Visit Sarasota. Get to the ballpark early to grab this giveaway and take a little bit of Birdland on your next trip for some sand, surf, and sun. Enjoy a night out at the ballpark with summer vibes and action-packed Orioles baseball. Buy your tickets today at Orioles.com/tickets.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where the fiesta never ends. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Wednesday for shrimp tacos for only $9.99. Plus Wednesdays means all Mexican imports for just $2.99. Thursdays, enjoy your favorite beef, chicken, or vegetable fajitas for only $9.99. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
Pirate Radio. No one can outwork us. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, starting to see, TV listings for college football games this fall and announcer schedules as well. And the CW announced its play-by-play teams for the upcoming football season. And the lead announcer for the network's coverage of ACC and Pac-12 games, Pac-12 is still alive, Coach Mack, just as you said they'd be.
Yeah.
Tom Brenneman is back.
Tom, Cincinnati Reds.
Hope there's no games in San Francisco for him to call. But this is good news for the Phillies, as Nick Castellanos, that'll be around playoff time, might be dropping some bombs, as Tom Brenneman will be back on television. Haven't seen Tom since his incident.
And he said that he might not ever put those headsets on again.
That's right.
Well, he was wrong.
He's back. So CW's coverage of the ACC and Pac-12. All right. Good discussion. Segment 1. We were already heated about something that doesn't even exist. Love doing that. That's always fun. Getting mad about hypotheticals. That's
debating something that doesn't exist is the best thing on earth.
That is good radio fodder right there.
It's good summer sports talk radio.
All right, Coach Mack, they say perception is reality. You had an idea today.
Yeah, I was just wondering, and of course we are in the middle of pirate country here, and spend a lot of time talking about them. But there is other football played, especially in the state. You've got, how many now? You've got Wake, NC State, Duke, Carolina, Charlotte, Appalachian,
Are you thinking just football?
Yeah, just
Okay.
football Division I.
Gotcha. That's about it.
7.
Yeah.
So we get 7 Division I teams in the state. And I just wonder what the public perception of each of those programs is, whether it be just stereotypical and not talking about this particular year, how good Duke is or how good East Carolina is, but what is the in the general perception? And what made me think about it was Tom, Tim, Tony Pernetti, talking about the great atmosphere at East Carolina and the passionate fan base, which is all true. And I thought he went one step further than a lot of commissioners will. He said that the best atmosphere. He didn't say one of the best atmospheres in the league. He said the best, which I'm sure rankles some other folks, but I'm not sure who would have any complaint about that, to be honest. Any honest complaint about the atmosphere. But yeah, I just wonder what our fans, what your all's perception of each of those programs is.
Well, we have a good panel here. We got the old guy, me, the youngest guy, Chon, and the student athlete, Alex, and Shirley. If you have a thought on it as well, who you want to begin with? I hate to say it, but like the best. And again, what happened yesterday is in my brain, but like NC State's got it rolling right now. The Final Four run was lightning in a bottle, and I don't think they'll be able to recreate
but I saw
that.
The football specific.
Oh, football specific?
Yeah, football specific.
Not athletic program, but just football.
Program.
All right, well, I'll still start with State. It is boring and stable and better than it is bad. It's more on the good side than bad. I expect them to win 7.5, 8 games a year with Dave Doran, and I think they'll do that until Dave Doran moves on or until they fire him.
I expect there to be callings of his firing almost every year until they go on a hot stretch and then end up 8-4, 9-3, and then they have to keep him around because I feel like that's what it's been, all except his first year, where I think he finished 3-9, 4-8, or something like that. He's been kind of like the Mike Tomlin of, and when I say Mike Tomlin, not finishing 500 better, I mean he's been winning record or better his whole time there. But the atmosphere there, I've been there a few times. The atmosphere there in Carter Finley Stadium can be electric, especially on those night games, those primetime games when they're playing Florida State, Clemson. So the atmosphere there in Carter Finley can be electric. Can it be consistently electric? No. But
they have I think easily to say the highest floor, or the highest floor of any team in North Carolina. But I just don't see them getting to the ceiling. Alex, what do you think about NC State?
Honestly, not much of anything. I pretty much just agree with what you guys said.
And he's still, I'm not a State fan. If I was a State fan, the one thing you're going to be frustrated with.
OJ wrote a book, If I Did It.
If I was a State fan, I'm actually in the middle of writing that book right now. The frustration of not getting to the ACC championship game and the many times they've had a chance to do so. And I want to say Clemson's been that team in their side that has kind of prevented them from getting there.
Yeah, we don't have divisions anymore in the ACC, right?
Right.
Because the Atlantic was dominated by Clemson and Florida State for all those years.
I do
But
think
not much by Florida State, to be honest.
Yeah, mostly Clemson.
I do think NC State's fan base has way too high expectations of that program.
Huh. Well, should that? I mean, they've got everything you need.
Yeah.
Power 5 money, facilities.
But when have they? I mean,
you're right.
When have they ever done that? You know what I mean?
In football, they have.
Is it high enough though? Because I feel like if it was really high, they would have Dave Doran out of there by now. They would have him gone.
That's like one of those programs. Like, who are you going to hire better? I don't see NC State, if they were to fire Dave Doran, hiring anybody that immediately would be like, that was a vast improvement.
What do you think,
I could
Coach
be
Mack?
wrong.
What do you think about NC State, Coach Mack?
I think they have an underrated home field advantage. I think Dorn is probably better than you all are talking about him. I mean, this is a guy that came within a whisker of being the Tennessee coach. I think his national reputation is better than his regional reputation.
Yeah.
And I think they've been very good. I think they've been consistently pretty good, but they haven't gone through that ceiling to be a championship team.
Let's see what the chat's saying. Jamie says, you wouldn't say you're not a State fan if you weren't. Tyler says, you have to start a sentence off with, I'm not a State fan. Not a good look.
Well, I say that because y'all always accuse me of being one, so I have to say it, though.
Tyler said it's like saying with all due respect or no offense, and then you're about to be offensive.
No, y'all always say I'm a State fan. That's not the case, so I had to make it clear.
So Jamie says, what's UNC's quarterback situation? Has their stream of NFL quarterbacks ended? That's kind of what I wanted to talk about with North Carolina. They haven't done anything with these quarterbacks that have gone to the NFL. I heard in the 90s, Coach Mack, that North Carolina was a sleeping giant in football, and they've stayed asleep.
They're the biggest underachiever in the state. There's no question.
Yep.
They have everything.
Yeah.
They have
money,
the academic
facilities.
reputation. They have money. They have great recruiting every single year. They're in the top 20, sometimes even higher, and they continually underachieve. And that despite being a good team almost every year too. But they underachieve more than anybody else given their resources.
How will they do in the Big Ten when they go there, Coach?
Come on, let's avoid expansion talk.
Fair enough. What do you think about North Carolina there, Alex?
I thought hiring Mack Brown was a questionable decision. I know that was a couple years ago. I feel like he is kind of out of touch.
How many times have they started the year off in the top 15 and then just did not?
Oh, my God. I would make fun of that every year. For some reason, they would be put in the preseason.
And that's just since Mack Brown's been back in Chapel Hill.
Oh, it was even before that, though.
And Larry Fedora, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's been the head scratcher every year. Oh, Carolina's top 10, top 12, top 15.
Mac, I feel like I might be wrong, but for years and decades, it was like, Carolina football is cute. Maybe they'll be good. Maybe not. Who cares? We got basketball. Has the landscape changed now where you need to be good in football? I feel like it's different now.
Yes, it is different because football is driving the train, period. There's no more you can be a great basketball league. You've got to be good at football.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to Duke. I mean, you say not what are they currently, but what is the program? But losing their coach has me feel like Duke is going to fade back into obscurity here very, very quickly.
Do you not give Manny Diaz any chance of taking them somewhere?
I don't know. I don't have really glowing thoughts about Duke football.
Manny Diaz did fail with a whole lot more resources at Miami.
True. How many times have we looked at Duke where they maybe get a big win and you're like, all right, how can they take off from this? And then just nothing happened. What was it last year? Was it Notre Dame? Or maybe Clemson? I can't remember.
Clemson in the opener?
Yeah. And I feel like that in the past 5-6 years, they've had wins like that. And you're like, all right, can Duke kind of emerge here and be a contender? And then by the end of the year, they have injuries. They have different sort of situations where, they finish middle of the pack.
This is a perception conversation. It's not reality. So this is my perception of it. It almost feels like the opposite of East Carolina, where at East Carolina the focus is solely on football, just about, and basketball has been maybe ignored over the years. And I've always felt that.
Whoa, maybe?
Well, I want to. Coach Mack, I've been fired from other jobs. I don't know. Maybe there's other jobs I can be fired from. But with Duke, I've always felt that way, that, Coach K got everything he wanted where maybe football was left behind. Is that a fair assessment?
Yeah.
And are you also...
But again, they also have recognized that they can't ignore football.
Pull up a chair, Mully. Come join us.
Mike Mullis in the house.
This is an intriguing conversation I had to...
Good.
Yeah.
Well, jump in. What's up?
So Duke.
Yeah.
I think everything they're doing right now is to preserve their rank or their position in the possibility of the secession from the State of the Union. In other words, I think they're trying to prove we're more than just basketball, kind of to the point you were going down, so that they protect themselves in the event that the super conference becomes a thing. Because I don't think just basketball will be enough.
Well, how are they going about doing that?
Well, I mean, the football program is vastly improved.
They lost their coach. I'm just saying, like, moving forward.
But they're also investing in that football program.
Okay.
The NIL side,
again,
the things that they're doing.
I'm unaware of this.
And looking, obviously, if you go 3 sports deep, the next one naturally is baseball. What Pollard has done there, and then the commitment that they've made to facilities at Duke, I think all just says, hey, listen, we want to remain relevant beyond just basketball. Because, quite frankly, if they lose their relevance in the other sports, it's going to affect their relevance in basketball at some point, right? The recruitability isn't as shiny as it is right now if you are purely just a basketball school.
You're 100% right. They started with Cutcliffe, did it more with Elko, and they're continuing that with Diaz.
And when guys every player on the team is on some level of NIL money, football that is, not just basketball, football that. There's not but one reason they're doing that, and that's to say, hey, if this is what it takes to be a big boy, we've got the financial means of being a big boy.
Basketball's been on NIL a long time.
Long before there wasn't. They were on LIN. There wasn't, but no.
Well, I still think my perception was correct, where basketball was everything and football got lost in the wayside. When did that change, Mully?
3-4 years ago was what
so
it
it's
feels
been a
like
recent change.
Oh, really, really recent.
When Coach K left?
I think that's probably when they said, listen, we got to do something because our identity just walked out the door.
Yeah.
And let's face it, the hire, it has worked out, but it's hard to be the man that replaces the man. And we've seen that. We saw that with Dean, right? Dean goes out the door. They win a natty. Guthridge wins a natty with Dean's players. All of a sudden, that thing goes in.
Guthridge didn't win. Went to the Final Four.
Went to the Final Four.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it goes in the tank when they try to go. I mean, you're one bad hire away from your basketball program being irrelevant for a period of time. And Duke, to me, it seems to be the most fragile of all those that could withstand that. I think Carolina obviously proved they could get away with it. But there's something about that jump man and something about that Carolina logo and being able to fly the Jordan flag that kind of buys you a little bit of time.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk a little App State, Charlotte, and we'll get Mully situated in here for the final segment of hour number 1. Coach Mack and the crew on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Beauty Bar Medispa has an online auction coming up that you do not want to miss. Featuring several ECU-themed bundles, football tickets, tailgate necessities, coolers, a Blackstone griddle, pirate swag, gift cards, and so much more, your online one-stop fan shop for ECU Athletics goes live July 15th through the 26th. The best part, 100% of online auction proceeds will be donated directly to Riley's Army as part of Beauty Bar Medispa's Give Back program. Riley's Army works to support children with cancer and their families, all right here in Eastern North Carolina. Shop the auction online July 15th through the 26th at beautybarmedispa.com.
Come experience Greenville's newest theater, Golden Ticket Cinemas, located on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. With stadium seating and reserved luxury recliners, you can enjoy the movie along with great concessions such as L House sliders, delicious wings, pizza, and hot dogs. And they even have milkshakes. You can always find great deals at Golden Ticket Cinemas, such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays and free family movies at 11 a.m. on Saturdays and Sundays. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Wings Over has always been a great go-to for dinner or a late-night snack, and it still is. But did you know you don't have to wait for dinner to get Wings Over? That's right. Wings Over Greenville is now open for lunch 7 days a week. Get Wings Over for lunch and have it delivered right to the office. Wings Over also caters so everyone at work can enjoy. Wings Over Greenville has over 20 flavors to choose from, including the limited edition Cajun garlic flavor. Order today by going online at wingsover.com or by calling 758-9464. Wings Over, they deliver.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
This is Mack McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Caleb Stroud of Stroud's Marine grew up on the water and has loved boating his entire life, and that's why in 2012 he decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvaged marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. Their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit stroudsmarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Interesting you say that, Mully. Chandler's never been to the zoo.
What?
Can you take him to the zoo?
John, instead of playing golf, we'll go to the zoo.
Hey, perfectly. Hey, if there's a golf course nearby,
there is. Asheboro's got a couple nice courses.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about perception, and Coach Mack, this kind of might tell you my perception of Wake Forest. I completely forgot about him while we were talking last segment, but I will say I love Dave Clawson. They had a run with quarterbacks. It was Jamie, help me with the name. Newman.
Transferred to Georgia.
Yeah. Followed by Sam Hartman. I got first names down.
You got
those last
I got I got the last names. Don't worry.
My perception of them is they're really fun. I like watching their games because of the offense they play. That what do they call that mesh deal where they sit forever in the backfield? It is so frustrating for a defense. But kind of fell off last year, and if you're Wake Forest, you don't want to get rid of Dave Clawson, certainly. But has he peaked at Wake Forest? I kind of feel that way about the Demon Deacons.
Yeah, I don't. I think they've overachieved. I think Grove overachieved. I think Clausen has overachieved, given their limitations, and so I think they've done a good job overall of maximizing what their small student body and not really a ton of history there and that kind of thing.
Don't have a great home field or anything.
No. You can spread out up there like a hot lunch. There's nobody much there. Matter of fact, I've never been there that there weren't more visitors than there were home fans. But again, I think they have coached them up and done better than probably their resources would indicate.
And I would say, in going back to their facilities, they have really, really nice facilities. They're good. They just don't draw great.
Yeah.
But it's a great. I mean, the venue itself, and they've kind of continued to add on little things here and there, and it's right beside their baseball stadium. I mean, it's a nice place. It's just, you're right. It's not a big ticket.
I'm sure Clausen's getting paid handsomely there, but are you surprised he hasn't moved on to where there is more support or he can get better players? Because I feel like he is the kind of guy that they could have advanced his career.
I think so, and I think he's turned down a couple chances to go other places too.
Yeah, I think they tied him up pretty good and probably overpaid him on the front end just to buy that loyalty. Is that a fair way to put it?
I'm glad they're on ECU's future schedule. Alex, as a D1 football player, what is your perception of Wake Forest football currently?
Really cool uniforms. Very, very, very low ceiling.
All right.
I mean, at least in my lifetime, I have no memory of Wake Forest ever being even really a good program, let alone a legitimate ACC contender.
Mid-2000s, they randomly went to one of the big bowl games. Remember
Orange
that
Bowl?
season? Yeah. Chandler, what do you?
And I don't think to say it that they haven't. I mean, they've had some good years. And maybe it's good for Wake Forest years.
Yeah.
But it's not that they've been terrible. And again, I remember watching that last game that the kid that transferred to Georgia, the quarterback,
Jamie Newman.
Yeah, literally, they're talking about during the game. This is most likely his last game.
Yeah, you see that a lot
and it's right. And I think that's what your problem at a place like Wake is. It's a great feeder system for the SEC.
They had Kenneth Walker. And that's another talent that they had that kind of moved on. 2021, they went to the ACC championship game. They ended up losing to Kenny Pickett and Pittsburgh in that game. And I remember that year.
Is that the fake slide?
That was the fake slide game. And I remember that year, and you talked about, you brought up the question. I think it's a great question. Has Dave Clausen, or has he peaked? 59-53 is his total record at Wake Forest, which I thought was going to be a little better than that. But, was that their chance to kind of exceed there in 2021?
Well,
and I feel like they've been going backwards since then.
Mack put it better than I did. They've overachieved.
Yeah.
They weren't even supposed to really be in the position they were in, probably. So, Skip said back in the day there were more ECU fans at the Wake games than there were Wake Forest fans. Have you experienced that with the Hokies, Coach Mack?
Yeah, very much so.
Well, like Coach said, I think that's going to hold true for most teams that go into Winston. They're going to bring their, and it's an easy travel for the teams that we just mentioned, but that's going to be the deal.
Old Hobbs said, he said it's the same thing for Duke. I remember early 2000s buying insanely cheap Duke season tickets to get the ECU ticket.
Yeah, that happens a lot, and they both have similar, like Alex mentioned, they both have similar low ceilings as to how much they should expect.
Yeah, I got a little confused with the floor reference and then the ceiling. I'm trying to figure out which one means which, but I like I like going ceiling. They can't go as high.
Dave Doran and NC State have a very high floor, which means they're not going to
go down, but they're
not going to bottom out. Yeah.
Okay, all right, we can work with that.
And then there's a foundation. There's insulation.
Okay, all right.
Mac, let's table this for next week, and we'll talk a little App State and Wilmington. But that led to some good discussion.
Or Charlotte, maybe, probably not Wilmington.
Oh, yeah, Charlotte. Well.
That's an interesting one. Charlotte, I think, is might be the Dos Equis man of the state.
Interesting program in the country.
I mean, it's they've got money around it. It's in a good area. That thing could be interesting. He got the reference. That a baby, John. Mm-hmm. You're on fire today, baby. You're on fire.
Mac, where are we racing this weekend?
We're off until Richmond because of the Olympics.
Oh, do the Olympics start?
We're off for 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
Well, 2 weekends, but 3 weeks between races, yes.
Has there ever been a 2-week?
Last time there was an Olympics.
Okay. Asked and answered. There you go. All right. Well, Coach, thanks for hanging out. We will chat with you next Tuesday.
Might see you in Darlington.
Tournament of Champions.
Tournament of Champions, folks. Get behind it. It's coming. All right, we'll take a break, come back. Mully Man joins us, and we've got the Greenville Little League 10-12 All-Stars. Tar Heel All-Stars joining us in hour number 2 as well. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Holton Ehlers Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
What stuck out about this offense that makes you think you can be successful in it?
I mean, it came from offense where we're really run heavy, so I didn't feel like I got my talent used as much as possible as far as the throwing side. So I feel like this offense and this environment, being able to use my arm and my ability to put the ball down the field is something that I'm going to be able to go to in game and have confidence in doing. And I'm excited to go do that. So that's why I feel like this is the place to be, and I'm excited to be here.
The Holton Ehlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Hey Pirate Nation, it's summer sale time at Russell's in downtown Washington. I'm Rhonda Lyons and I have reduced prices on all your favorite men's and women's merchandise. Shop your favorite men's apparel at 20% off and all ladies merchandise is marked down 40%. It's our summer sale, save big and come see us now while selection is good and prices are even better. Because at Russell's, it's all about you, our pirate friends and customers in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Looking for physical therapy near you? Have you had orthopedic surgery, a work or sports injury, or a medical condition that has limited your day-to-day activities? At ENC Physical Therapy, we strive to provide one-on-one care with a personalized treatment plan with little to no wait times for initial evaluation. ENC Physical Therapy is located in Washington, a convenient 20-minute drive from Greenville. As a patient, you have options and the right to choose where to go. So give ENC Physical Therapy a call today at 252-495-0018. ENC Physical Therapy.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
talk about what is next for them. Where would I be without Jamie? We need to do a thumb through real quick as we welcome on Mike Mullis. Mully, when I say Washington Huskies, what's the first name that pops in your head? Washington Huskies. Penix. What a QB. The lefty.
And then when I say Penix, it makes me think of semi-pro with Will Ferrell.
Is there a character Penix?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Andre 3000 or is it?
No, I can't. You know what? Honestly, I don't remember which one it is, but that's what it makes me think of.
Washington. I think of Napoleon Kaufman from years and years ago. John, when you hear Washington, what do you think of?
I think of Peterson that came from Boise State and took the job there.
Chris Peterson.
Chris Peterson.
Right, not too far after he lost to East Carolina in the Hawaii Bowl.
Washington is picked by Phil Steele to finish where in the Big Ten? God, how good is the Big Ten? Or maybe how far is Washington falling? 11th.
Wow. Really?
The Big Ten.
Out of 17 teams now.
Yeah, the Big 17.
The Big 17. Mm-hmm. That's almost seems like a typo.
Yeah, because Washington has been a playoff team. Yep. They have been... but have they feasted on weaker opponents? And now, so what's their schedule this year? It's going to look a lot different than it's looked in previous years. Washington, boy, he's got him behind Rutgers. How about that? Got him behind Maryland. Washington has, in conference play, at Rutgers, Michigan at home, at Iowa, at Indiana, USC, at Penn State, UCLA, at Oregon. So they play Michigan, Oregon, at Iowa is going to be, so yeah, I mean, they do have a tough schedule.
What does he have him overall record?
14-1 last year. I don't know if Phil does the overall record.
Okay, all right.
But
yeah, that's 14-1 to 11th in the conference. That's wow. That's
their last two road games of the year is pretty tough. At Penn State and then at Oregon.
They do have a new head coach. A team I liked last year, Arizona. I believe their coach going over to coach the Huskies. So
and the coach from Washington went to Alabama.
New coach, new quarterback. Mully explains a little bit of the drop off.
Yeah, really. I wonder how that deal is going to be interesting. Would you like to be the guy that follows Nick Saban? Boy,
no,
that's a tough deal.
In fact, my unpopular opinion is Alabama will lose 5 games.
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest. I think it's definitely a possibility.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
That's crazy. Flip
you know why?
Flip that, Shirley.
You know why? Agree? Because the segment is called Unpopular Opinions, and Mully is a big unpopular opinion.
Well, no, I just think it's definitely a possibility. I mean, Nick Saban's a tough cat to replace. I don't know if he's a 5-win cat, but I don't think they're getting the guys that they once automatically got. You know, it's that part of it is leveled out. I think Georgia is the new Alabama,
and their schedule is not fun either.
No cakewalk.
The returning starters for Washington on the offensive side of the ball, 2.
Yeah,
with an asterisk beside it, and I don't know if that's like maybe some transfers that started. Their quarterback is Will Rogers, Mississippi State quarterback from last year.
Do you remember him?
4 on the defensive side for Washington.
So he explains it a little bit. Jamie, this is a good name. I don't remember him playing there. I'm too young, but I certainly remember him playing in the NFL. Warren Moon.
I did not. I was not aware that he played at Washington.
He could sling it. All right, Mully man, what's going on?
Oh, just baseball ramping up on the backside of the All-Star break. And, it's just late summer stuff.
Burley staying hot.
On fire. On fire. 4 for 9 the other day in a doubleheader, and he got 18, 19 home runs at this point. He is killing it.
And now he's like the face of the Republican Party?
Well, that's what an accidental, timing, or if it was accidental. Obviously, the story, has been told both ways, but yeah, he is. I fully expect there'll be a Burley T-shirt with Trump under it at some point.
Oh man, look who's here, Johnny Stats.
That a boy. Has he got our numbers? Has he got our numbers?
Let's see. Let's see.
Stats to consider.
Let's see what he's got. Johnny Robertson, a.k.a. Johnny Stats. Per last week, here are some Pirate MLB draft stats for Mully. In the last 5 MLB drafts, only 8 teams, 5 SEC, 3 ACC, have had more first and second round picks than the Pirates. In the last 28 drafts, at least one Pirate has been selected each year except 2016. 133 Pirates have been drafted. 25 of them have played in the majors. The Minnesota Twins are the only MLB team that have never drafted a Pirate. The Blue Jays have drafted 2 of the 3 Pirates that have been selected in the first round. Didn't exactly have what you were looking for, but amazing stats.
But we can actually, so it was 133, what was it, 25
out of
133. So we at least have a percentage there. And I would put that percentage up there pretty good. It's what, a little over 25% have made it to the big leagues. That's pretty freaking impressive.
He adds, since he is also a big Mully fan, Bubba Rosenbaum volunteered to assist with some research efforts. Thank you, Bubba.
Yeah.
And thank you, Johnny Stats.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. That's awesome, guys. That was, I'm sure there was a lot of work behind that. But again, just another indicator to what, what we've been so lucky to have here at, East Carolina. And in Eastern North Carolina, these young guys behind us, and we almost take it for granted how good the baseball is around here.
Got the Softball World Series coming up. Mully talked to the softball girls yesterday.
I always enjoy that event. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Have you seen any of the transformation out at the
You know
park?
what? I saw the pictures where they were blocking things off, but I have not been by there lately.
Got that event coming up. We'll talk to the Tar Heel All-Stars in just a moment. I asked you, and you mentioned baseball a moment ago. What was part of your sports world this weekend? Did you watch the Open?
Very, very little. We had a lot going on with some family stuff and running around and folks out of town or whatever, but did catch a little of the Open. Normally that's a big deal for me because I enjoy the wake up, turn it on kind of thing. This week was just so hectic that finally settled into it Sunday and was able to watch some. Kind of an interesting race there for the last 2 days, kind of up and down. And, some guys kind of shot themselves in the foot and other guys played their way into it. And Xander Schauffele was the guy that kind of came out of the pack to win it. So good for him, second major of the year.
I don't know if you heard, and now I got my phone on me. I can look up the exact wording of the stat, but Americans kind of running the show right now when it comes to majors. They are on quite a run, and Americans currently hold all 4 major championship titles. The last time U.S. Golf held all 4 major titles and the Players' Championship simultaneously was 2000-2001, and it was all held by one guy.
I was going to say, Tiger pretty easy then, right?
Captain America.
Yeah, just roll him out there and say, hey, go win them.
So at least now we've got it spread out a little bit between Schauffele, DeChambeau, Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah,
so
pretty cool.
Yeah, but that shows Tiger's dominance. I don't want to have a what's wrong with Scheffler conversation.
No, it's funny you say that because I was just going to say since the whole incident at the gate, Scheffler's kind of been like, hey, where's he at? That day he played pretty well, with the security guard
came out
deal.
hot.
But he
had a bad closing round.
Well,
Sunday,
and,
right?
we also have to factor in that he is a new father, and that is a life-changing event. So, I'm sure it's got him kind of his cheese off a little bit, if you will. But he's he certainly hasn't been himself. And it's so funny, pre-Tiger, and there were a couple other guys, obviously Artie Jack, some guys that had a lot of success in spurts. But Tiger spoiled us so bad, like we just expect somebody's going to go out and dominate every year. And golf historically just hasn't been a game that allows that. So
that's a good point. We almost want that one guy to either root for or root against, and we thought Scheffler was going to get there, and maybe he will. He was just so dominant for a period of time. But I like to see other names pop up.
But how many guys have we seen put in that position where this is the name? I mean, Jordan Spieth, and we've seen Justin Thomas, all these guys that they try to make that guy, and it just hasn't quite worked out.
So, Mully, let's go over some names. Who were the Tiger stoppers over the years? Because I thought about David Duval. Remember they tried to create a guy?
Oh, man. And then it was, in Duval, number one in the world, Tiger takes it from him, and Duval just, disappears. I don't know, he gets the yips. I don't know. He just disappears. And obviously, they tried with Phil for a little bit.
Definitely. I feel like maybe Sergio.
Bubba was a guy that they kind of thought might be that guy. But the only guy that could stop Tiger was Tiger, and it was more of his off the field or off the course stuff than it was his ability on the course.
Oh, Perkins. Did I go through the whole first hour and not say where East Carolina was pitted in the media poll at AAC Media Day?
You did ask Alex. He knew it, and then I think you were going to table it to something else.
And then I got sidetracked by screaming about some hypothetical playoff thing.
That's not even a thing now.
Mully, did you see where the Pirates were predicted?
No, I did not.
Take a stab out of 13.
6.
Close. Tied for 7th.
Okay.
So basically in that same.
And is that a little disappointing?
From last year?
Coming off 2 wins.
I know. Maybe,
After winning 2 games last year, I think that's a pretty
But, hey, Phil still said most improved team in the country. So, I mean,
And he's got him 5th. Alex, what do you think about 7th?
I think that is I think that holds us in a very high level of respect considering what happened last year. And I feel like it's also very respectful of the transfers and John David Baker to come in.
Memphis #1, followed by UTSA Tulane. The common thought is there is a 3-team tier at the top involving those teams. South Florida, #4, just as Phil still has them. #5, Army.
Interesting.
And they got a vote for first place. It doesn't show it on there, but I saw on maybe one of the posts that we got, they got at least one vote for first place to win it.
Where's see where Phil still has Army? Where's he got him, Sean?
He has Army.
#5 for Army seems very high. They have a new offensive coordinator and maybe doing some
He has
stuff
Army
there.
at 10 on his list.
Yeah,
wow, that's a bit of a difference.
Who's on? Who's right about that one? FAU #6, and then East Carolina and Rice tied for 7th.
So I have not kept up with it. Obviously, what has been the changes that have been made? Who have they brought in to make South Florida be in such high regards with people?
Well, South Florida had a good year last year, coming off a down year, right? So they
won 7 games, yeah. Right.
Okay, well, I mean,
7-5.
If East Carolina wins 7 this year, they're going to be picked in the top 3 or 4 next year.
You think so?
Maybe.
I was about to say, you think so? I don't.
Maybe 8 if East Carolina wins 8.
Yeah, okay.
But South Florida,
and South Florida is one of those teams that, regardless of the sport, you always give them probably more credit than they deserve. I mean, just because you're like, how can you not recruit players if you're in South Florida and whatever you're trying to do athletically? So maybe they get that nod.
Okay, so they went from 1-11 to 7-6. If East Carolina goes from 2-10 to 8 and whatever, you're going to see East Carolina put near the top. I think they just like the direction they're going with the program. So, but yeah, East Carolina tied for 7th. So, Alex, you look at it as a respect thing, but also you can use it as, hey, they think these teams are better than us. Let's go prove them wrong. Sounds like Rajay was really fired up today, along with your, how do you say your cornerback teammate's name?
Oh, we talked about it yesterday. Savon
Revel is his name.
I would have not known that. Savon. I thought it was Savon.
What is it with guys on our football team coming in here and telling media people oh, everyone pronounces my name wrong? That's how we were introduced to them. You know what I mean?
As a guy named Clip, so I had to go through school and they would say Clifton. And sometimes I wouldn't even say, I go by Clip, and then it would be Cliff and Chip. I get it. You get tired of telling people how to say your name, and you just kind of roll with what they say. So maybe Savone finally said, hey, I'm a senior.
You know what I really like about what you just did there? You just put yourself and Savone in it. Y'all have, this is a mutual issue you guys have. There's probably very few things that you guys have in common, but that is a bond that's a brotherly type bond.
We are in the odd name club.
Yeah, we don't understand your name club.
Not everybody's Mike.
No,
Alex.
that's easy. Yeah. John. Well.
Did you have to explain to the teachers it's Chandler?
No. Somebody called me that. A substitute teacher called me that one time.
You are the only Chandler I've ever met.
Is that true?
That is true.
What if is that homage to Friends?
It is.
Is it really?
I got my name from Friends. My mom and dad, when they were dating, were big Friends fans.
How about that?
And whether I was a boy or a girl, they were going to name me Chandler.
Okay.
It has been decided.
All right.
Jerry says, Mully, it was always the no-names like Bob May or Rocco Mediate that challenged Tiger.
Yeah, but I don't think they were the guys that would beat Tiger. And Rocco was blatantly unafraid. He would come out and go, I enjoy this. Because he had a guy. I mean, he had nothing to lose, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he at
Not
one
a lot
point
of pressure.
Yeah. So, but to say that they were the ones that the tour wanted to be the Tiger stopper is probably not the case, and I think that's a little bit where we're going. But a great point on both those guys.
Mully, can you stick around, talk some Little League baseball?
Man, I would love nothing more.
All right, let's get the Tar Heel All-Stars in here. We'll take a break, come back, and meet those kids and talk about what's next when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Beauty Bar Medi-Spa has an online auction coming up that you do not want to miss. Featuring several ECU-themed bundles, football tickets, tailgate necessities, coolers, a Blackstone griddle, pirate swag, gift cards, and so much more, your online one-stop fan shop for ECU Athletics goes live July 15th through the 26th. The best part, 100% of online auction proceeds will be donated directly to Riley's Army as part of Beauty Bar Medi-Spa's Give Back program. Riley's Army works to support children with cancer and their families, all right here in Eastern North Carolina. Shop the auction online July 15th through the 26th at beautybarmedispa.com.
You want subs made with high-quality meats and cheeses? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want high-quality radio ideas? You go to me. Like this. I'm an astronaut on a mission to find water on the moon. But because I'm a genius, I realize that what humanity actually needs in space is high-quality meats and cheeses from Jersey Mike's. Now to figure out how to remove the helmet and eat the sub without my head exploding. Here goes nothing. Always high-quality meats and cheeses. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Your Wood Ducks host the Fayetteville Woodpeckers July 23rd through the 28th. Join us on Thursday for $2 natural lights, bush lights, and peanuts. Join us Friday night for post-game fireworks presented by WNCT Channel 9. The first pitch is set for 7 o'clock. Saturday, the first 1,000 fans will receive a Wood Ducks tribute hat sponsored by Stallings Heating, Plumbing, and AC, with first pitch at 5 p.m. Get your tickets at woodducksbaseball.com or at the box office the day of the game. Come and enjoy some Wood Ducks baseball out at historic Granger Stadium in Kinston all week long. Go Woodies!
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4 free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all of your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it's free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051. That's 252-799-7051, and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailor Show.
Are you tired of the same old fast food routine? Shake things up for lunch and dinner at Clean Eats Cafe. We've cracked the code to make healthy dining tasty and affordable. Whether it's a power lunch or a family dinner, we've got you covered. Sit down in our cafe for a brainstorming session or catch up with friends. Even stop in after a workout for protein smoothies or a protein iced coffee. Our atmosphere is welcoming and our food is fresh. All for about the same price as fast food. It's time to ditch the drive-thru and feast on flavor at Clean Eats Cafe, Red Banks Road in Arlington Village.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman from ECU Baseball. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back, and choose less stress when it comes to moving, and choose Advanced Moving and Storage. They're locally owned and operated, and they do exclusive shipments, so no sharing a truck. and they guarantee their delivery dates. Get a free quote today at advancedmoversnc.com or call 321-3200. Make the transition from your present to your future with ease with Advanced Moving and Storage. Pirates supporting Pirates for over 20 years. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Tuesday. Mully hanging around, and we'll welcome on the Greenville Tar Heel 12 and under All-Stars and their coach, Ramey Steins. They have packed into the Pirate Radio studios. We'll meet all the players before we get out of here. But, Coach, welcome in. How you doing, sir?
Thank you, Cliff. Appreciate you having us.
Yes, sir. And state champions to this point, and now we move on and see what we can do at the Southeast Regional. So headed to historic Warner Robins down in Georgia, and looking for the big prize to go to Williamsport.
No, we're excited about it. We've been looking forward to this trip and doing the work it's taken to get here for the last 2 or 3 years. So the core of this group's been together a while, so we're excited about next week.
That is a cool part of these all-star teams, especially the 12s, that guys have been able to play together, not just on their Little League teams, but these all-star teams. So talk about where you've been through to this point. How many games have you won to get to the point you're at right now?
I'm not sure of the number. We played the district tournament, and we're fortunate enough for it to be at Elm Street. And we ended up losing a game there, which I think was the best thing for this group. Not necessarily, I don't like losing, don't get me wrong. I'd rather learn our lessons from winning, but I think it got their attention, and they've responded and worked hard and competed ever since.
Yeah, no, that game, Coach, I happened to be out and said the same thing afterwards. It's hard to reel off, as you know, 20 wins in a row. Like every now and then you got to have a little bump somewhere to go, okay, let's reset this thing and move on. And then what you guys did rolling into the state tournament, the numbers coming out of that were a joke.
Yeah, that was a little unreal. We were a little surprised, but excited. The pitchers did very well. The defense wasn't challenged as much as we'd like for it to be challenged. That being said, it was a nice problem to have, but we kind of got it going with the bats and really responded.
Tell me how close I am on this. Was it like 4 hits over the tournament, something like that, given up, and like 55 runs scored against 4?
I think there was officially 6, but 4.
Okay.
These guys will tell you probably 2 of them they should have called. Yeah, about 4, I think, when it's all said and done.
So players, we have a saying, yesterday's home runs don't win today's game, so it doesn't matter what you did behind, right? So it's but it was a impressive run for sure in Wilson. Y'all definitely let the stamp on that place.
No, we're having trouble, obviously, with the weather getting back out. We got back after it yesterday for the first day, and we're keeping them grounded, and they're a good group, and they understand what's in front of them and what it's going to take, and are working hard.
When are y'all heading to Georgia?
We're actually chartering a bus, and I know the kids are excited about that. We leave next Tuesday morning.
So I've talked to a lot of teams that have advanced in these tournaments. There's quite a layoff. So how long is the layoff going to be for you guys from your last game played to your first game in Georgia?
Our last game was last Thursday.
Yeah.
So we took Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and then got back after it yesterday.
Any worried about rust or anything when you got?
The fortunate thing by having Next Level, and then we'll give them a shout out, having them here and a place for the kids to go do things. Even though we gave them 3 days off, I know this group, they've been out there hitting all weekend. Even though I quote unquote took the time off, I'm sure they were swinging a bat.
Ramey Stein's joining us. Robert says he enjoys the Little League World Series and will be extremely hooked if Greenville makes it. Greenville made it last. I don't remember the year. I know Matthew Mateus was on that team, and we saw him pitching in the
2017.
So, yeah, I've seen some trips there and hoping that this team can make it there, and we'll meet some of the players. Also, if people want to donate and help these guys along the way, they can donate to P.O. Box 4263. That's 4263. Greenville 27836, and make sure you designate it is for the 12 and under All-Stars. Also, you can check them out on Facebook, the 2024 Tar Heel 12 All-Stars on Facebook.
Hey, so interesting, and I thought I was right. Brack Massey, assistant coach, played at Carolina, former Rose guy.
Remember that name.
More importantly, he's made this trek before. So how does that play into y'all's preparation and everything you've got going?
Yeah, so I was fortunate enough to be on the 1998 Little League World Series team. So, I've tried to use those experiences to try to, tell the guys to just play their game. It's all exciting, especially going down there, hearing about, ESPN, cameras and more media, but that's just, it's just a distraction. These guys know how to play the game of baseball, and once we get on that field, we do what we do,
I was buddies with Jason Nelson growing up. His cousin was Shelton Nelson, right, who became, I believe, a star there in Williamsport.
Yep, he was on that team. We all, in 2017, when the North State team made it back, we all got together and made that trip. It was pretty fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Let's meet some of the kids. Actually, all of the kids. If you don't mind, if y'all have anything you want to add, you can. But I want your name, your position, and your favorite baseball player. So y'all can pick the mic closest to you and come on up. Who's first? Step on up to the plate.
Hey, my name is Colin Leakes, and I play right field. My favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
All right. Got a Bryce Harper fan.
My name is Mason Lanier. I play third base, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
Another Harper fan.
Doubling down on Harper.
My name's Rob Rhodes. I play right field, and my favorite player is Bryce Harper.
Okay, I'm not liking this.
All right, come on, guys. Somebody be creative. There's more than Bryce Harper that plays in the big leagues.
My name is Kenan Warren, and my favorite baseball player is Freddie Freeman.
Hold on, and you're the best hitter in your family, if I'm not mistaken, right? Is that true?
Oh, first base.
And you're the best hitter in your family, right? I had somebody text me earlier and said you were the guy.
Just say yes, sir.
My name is Braden Winfield. I play left field, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
How about Nolan Winfield? He's a pretty good player.
All right. Who we got?
My name is Mason Williams. I play shortstop, and my favorite baseball player is Trey Turner.
Trey Turner.
There we go. Okay.
Too many Phillies.
My name is Logan Kendrick, and I'm an outfielder pitcher, and my favorite baseball player is Ronald Acuna Jr.
There we go.
Okay,
I knew there had to be at least one.
My name is Hayden Simon. I play third base, and my favorite baseball player is Mookie Betts.
Okay.
Got a Mookie fan. And for you guys, you can use that mic as well.
My name is Connor Senator, and I play second base, and my favorite baseball player is Aaron Judge.
All right, having a great year.
My name is Easton Meadows, and I catch, and my favorite baseball player is Ron Acuna Jr.
Your favorite player is not Ryan Meadows? That's my favorite player.
My name is Jackson Jabs. I play center field. My favorite baseball player is Javi Baez.
Oh. Javi Baez.
My name is Tillman Doty. I play first and pitcher, and my favorite baseball player is Ellie De La Cruz.
Ellie De La Cruz. Can you run like him? All right, good stuff. Is that everybody?
Yeah, also Clip, Brack had a chance to step up here. I mean, the coaching staff, we're blessed to have all these guys together, and I can't go without saying Scott Senator, who pitched at Carolina, is also with us. He's not here. He's at a conference the last couple of days, and he's in charge of the pitching, and he gets a lot of credit for what's been going on the mound as well.
And our lobby is packed with family and parents and coaches and friends, so good support group too, right, Raymond?
We've been lucky. Like I said, I've been hanging out with most of these parents for a couple of years now, so they're great, very supportable, very flexible in everything we try to do. The kids are very coachable, so it's been an enjoyable experience for me.
Ramey, do you get more criticism from coaching baseball or refereeing basketball?
Yeah, I would think it's the latter for sure.
Hey, how many guys pitch? How many guys pitch? I heard that come up a lot. So tons of arms.
I think we have about 9 that, again, our league, the Tar Heel side, was blessed with some older kids. So, the majority of the older kids do the pitching and moving when you're dealing with 9 through 12. So, we're fortunate to get the majority of that group on this staff.
So I think it's fair to say a strength of the club, right? I mean, is it
without a doubt?
Yeah.
What are the rules now as far as innings, numbers of pitches?
Yeah, the reason they call it 10 through 12, even though we only have 12-year-olds, is some programs just aren't able to have those. But all our kids are 12, and the pitching rules apply the same to each and every kid. If you throw 20 pitches, you can turn around and pitch the next day, but you can't throw 3 days in a row. You throw 35, you need a day off. You throw 50, you need 2. 65 is 3. 85 is your limit. That's the most.
Good luck keeping up with it. I mean, I'd be lost, yeah.
That's why you need a pitching coach.
That's right.
Why they got
and they got a good one. A great one.
All right. Anything else we need to know, Ramey?
Guys, anything you think of?
Hey, one thing I heard, I guess you guys are going to be on ESPN Plus for your first game.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right?
10 o'clock August 1st, ESPN Plus. And obviously, win or lose dictates what happens next. But, if we're fortunate enough to get through a couple games, then I think it shows up on the major networks.
Yeah, from what I understand, I think you can watch every game in some capacity on the ESPN platforms.
Yeah, that's the thing that's changed probably since even the 17 team, but a lot of things have changed, and it's good for the kids, but we're all excited about it.
Well, it's good for us at home, too, man. We're going to be locked in watching you guys.
No doubt.
Thank you.
And once again, donations can be sent P.O. Box 4263, Greenville 27836, and make sure it's designated to the 12 and under All-Stars and help this team out. You can find them on Facebook, 2024 Tar Heel 12 and under All-Stars. Ramey and guys, good luck. We'll be watching you. And go ahead and win that, and then we'll talk to you again before you head to Williamsport. How about that?
One at a time.
That's right. That's right. August 1st.
Thank you, guys. Mully, enjoyed it?
Yeah, man.
We'll see you next week.
Always.
Thank you for staying around.
Absolutely, bud.
Yep.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. It's a Ticket Tuesday coming up in Hour 3. If you want to go see the Wood Ducks on us, we'll give away some Woody's tickets coming up in hour number 3 of today's show, courtesy of Toby Williams and Sailor Warehouse. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're number one in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Party like a pirate, Thursday, August 29th at the Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party, featuring special guest, former ECU Pirate and American Idol musician Blake Prohl. The Pirate Radio Football Kickoff Party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh!
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies, and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times at the pool, river, beach, or backyard grilling, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there is fun, because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Have fun this summer, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. To get started, call me, Talbot Green, 714-2076.
Talbot Green, NMLS 120331. For informational purposes only. Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Yard Gnomes Baseball is here. The Greenville Yard Gnomes offer summer fun with your family and friends at an affordable price. Catch every game at historic Guy Smith Stadium and enjoy great food from area food trucks, cold beverages, and exciting baseball action. Single game tickets start as low as $10 and mini plans as low as $48. Visit yardgnomesbaseball.com to get your tickets and Yard Gnome swag. Come out and hang with your Gnomies this summer with the Greenville Yard Gnomes.
Pirate Radio. Life's good, and why wouldn't it be?
Drink up, me hearty yo-ho.
I'm a pirate after all. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Bud Light reminds Pirate fans to always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. And as we head back into the show clip, the U.S. women's basketball team is currently playing Germany as their final tune-up game ahead of the Paris Olympics. They lead Germany 74-53 with 4.5 to go in the game. Now back to you, Clip.
It is almost time. When are the opening ceremonies?
Should be Friday night, if my memory serves correctly.
Seems like they usually are on a Friday. Let's see. We are 2 days, 20 hours, and 49 minutes away from the opening ceremony, and the Olympics will begin.
Jamie wants to give love to LeBron.
Okay.
He asked, can we give some love to LeBron, who at almost 40 is winning these games for Team USA at the end, and the other world teams are really good?
I did yesterday. I said I thought that there was going to be a passing of the torch for an Anthony Edwards or another guy, and maybe there will be in Paris. But right now, it's been old man LeBron
Especially
winning games in the clutch for USA. Willard's back.
Hey, Willard.
Willard said, there's no Willard on the team?
Nah.
I like that, Willard. Good sense of humor on you, Willard. Yeah, no Willards on this Little League team. I've never met a Willard in the wild.
Willard.
Just like people like Alex has never met a Chandler in the wild. I've never met a Willard in the wild.
You had never really met a Chandler until...
I really had not.
But you got to think, that dates back to like 2015. 2014, 2015. So you were probably, what, just 14 years old? So I can see that.
What do you mean?
When y'all met each other?
When we met each other.
Oh.
When y'all
I'm talking about my entire 23 and a half years of life.
You've never met one since then?
No, or before.
Wow.
How many Chandlers do you know? Didn't we?
I went to school with a Chandler.
I feel like we met a girl named Chandler at AJ's after trivia one night. Am I making that up?
Well, there was a Chandler. The first time I ever met a girl Chandler, there was a girl on my floor in jump.
What was she doing on your floor?
It's a co-ed. It was one half of the.
Oh, you mean like the same level you lived on?
Yeah.
Not your literal floor in your apartment.
No, she didn't live on the floor. She lived. Wait. She didn't live on my floor. She lived on the floor that I lived on.
Okay.
So, but that was the first time I ever met a girl Chandler.
What was that mystical song Shirley was like? Get on the floor.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
That's another one, yeah.
There was I went to school with a Chandler. I graduated with his brother. He was a couple years before us, but his name was Chandler Ray. And then Chandler Jones, former defensive end of the league, that has some serious mental issues.
That he does. Jamie has never met a Willard or a Chandler.
Yes, you have, Jamie. You met me.
That is true. Derek, I agree with this. I brought this up yesterday. The WNBA All-Stars beat the U.S. Women's Olympics team. He said, I like how they did their All-Star game. I actually watched it, and it was actually a good game. I would be cool with that in for the NBA All-Star game this upcoming year. Put the Olympic team versus the NBA All-Stars, because they would play hard. Like, Team USA doesn't want to lose to the league, and the league is going to look disrespected. You think Jaylen Brown's not going to go off because all his Celtics teammates are on that Olympic team and he's not?
Yeah.
Like I think it would add a little interest. I would tune in.
Somehow I feel like the Olympic team would destroy that all-star team of non-Olympic players in the NBA.
Wouldn't you think the U.S. women's team would beat the WNBA All-Stars all the same? But they didn't.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No, they didn't.
How much do you think it's different from playing with that basketball that they play in now?
It just hits different.
Right?
You mean the Olympic ball?
The Olympic ball.
Well, I know it looks different. Is there any feel?
That's what I'm asking.
No,
is there any difference in feel, in grip?
I don't think so. I just think that it's the only difference would be size. For example, you have, but that's universal for men and women. You know, the men's basketball is different, is larger than the women's basketball. It's slightly smaller.
All I'm getting is rules. I'm not talking about the sport of basketball, Google. I'm talking about the actual basketball itself.
The basketball.
The FIBA basketball.
Put
Ball.
FIBA basketball was it dimensions?
What's the difference between, is the NBA ball bigger? You know what? I'll let somebody else search this.
Because if you look at the WNBA ball, it's colored differently. But I don't, but there, anybody who's ever picked up a men's basketball and a women's basketball, there's a difference in size. That's really the only difference, I think.
So the disparity is technically minor between a FIBA ball and NBA ball. A FIBA ball has 12 panels. Regulation ball has 8. The two are the same overall size, 29.5-inch circumference.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So the panels are different. Does that matter?
No. Visually it looks different.
Yeah.
Hey, look at this cool dude. Look at this guy right here on our screen.
Oh, God.
He screams cool dude.
Dan Quinn, backwards hat.
He's like me for real. Because I always wear my hat backwards.
He's like me for real.
He is like me for real. Me and him can get along. I'm going to be like somebody that used to be on the show. I think me and him could be really good friends.
Oh, no, don't be that guy.
I think me and him could be really good friends.
I like Dan Quinn. He's all right. And you know what? That has become his gimmick. He sticks to his gimmick.
I found this an interesting quote. You were talking about, the NBA, if they were to play the Olympic team versus the All-Star team and how much difference there would be. Kelsey Plum, who plays for the Las Vegas Aces, she actually said... Kelsey Plum?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, she just made a bucket a minute ago. So
she's a walking bucket.
Yeah, she is a walking bucket. But anyway, she made a very interesting quote because she had to guard Caitlin Clark during the All-Star game. And she was stuck to her like glue from one end of the court to the other. Like
Caitlin Clark only had 4 points.
Yeah,
Did I get that right?
Yeah. But she was on the court quite a bit, but she dished a lot of great passes. Now, her assists were off the chart.
She had double-digit assists, I believe.
Yeah, but she passed the ball more than she shot it. But Kelsey made a very interesting comment. She said, if it wasn't an Olympic year, I don't think I would have played as much defense as I did. she played Caitlin Clark from one end of the court to the other, full court defense, because they have to go up against some tough competition when they go into the Olympics. And she said, if it's an Olympic year, I have to play defense. She's like, if it was any other year, I probably wouldn't have done it.
I wonder, I'm going to look up the odds, Shirley, because the men have to be overwhelming favorite. Women also overwhelming favorite. They are minus 1,800. What country is second for women's basketball?
Australia.
All right. Shirley's pretty good at this. Second at plus 2,200, the Aussies.
The Aussies have the Matildas have, that's what they call them. That's what they call the Matildas.
All right.
I love that movie.
Yeah, but that's what they call the basketball team is the Matildas. And they have historically been very, very good at basketball. And, just like in Women's World Cup, usually it's, the United States throwing Canada and France.
England?
England. I mean, the parity in soccer and women's soccer is not as wide as I would think in basketball, but it's starting to close up a little bit.
Well, that window has closed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, USA was dominant forever, but now it's.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Did you know? Because I found this out this morning. Because one of my favorite phrases. By the way, final United States beats Germany 84-57.
God bless.
But in a cycle, meaning the same year that the World Cup and the Olympics. So every 4 years, they call that the cycle. The United States has never lost.
Never lost.
Never.
Since the inception of women's soccer, which I believe was 1991.
Yams. Collard greens,
but every 4
mac and
years,
cheese.
when you have that cycle of having a World Cup followed by an Olympic year, the United States has never lost. They've either won the World Cup or won the gold.
All right. Are we?
But it's never happened back to back. That's never happened.
Does the USA men's have a team in the Olympics for soccer?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
We wouldn't win it anyway.
I know. Jamie says, question, what is the worst Olympic sport? He said, speed walking gets my vote.
Oh, we did this on a show one time.
Yeah, I have to agree with that because that just looks painful for one.
So I'll run over some questionable ones here.
It's got to be synchronized swimming.
No, I think that's fun.
What?
Synchronized
Oh,
swimming is
man.
fun to watch.
I don't know how much of a sport it is, but it is pretty neat that they all are like Chandler. Let's see if we can do it. Right arm up, left arm out, left arm in, right arm down. We're pretty good, dude.
All right, now you follow me.
All right.
Left hand up, right hand up, heart, come back down, and then pump 3 times. I mean, dude, we're really good at that.
Now try doing that in a pool and then do that upside down.
No, Shirley, we do synchronized sitting.
I
We're
know
not
you
in the
do.
water.
By the way, the medal round starts in August 7th. The United States will play Japan July 29th. August 1st, they take on Belgium.
Bros or hoes?
What?
Men or women?
Jesus.
Did you just say that out loud?
You can't say that?
No, you can't say that.
Oh, Ellerby's gone, man. No rules.
School's out, no rules.
Now, my question is, what is...
No, answer my question first. You talking men or women?
Women.
Oh,
Women.
okay.
Women.
So are the men in? Men in?
Yes, they are in, but I don't know when they play.
They are in.
Yes,
All right.
because they played yesterday. They beat, what was the name of that dang
Are we
team that they
talking
beat?
soccer?
No.
I'm talking soccer.
Oh, I don't know. Let me check.
Check it.
What is squash?
Oh,
It's like racquetball, but worse somehow.
All right, now here's one that I think
that's about the best description I've ever heard.
What about sailing? Sailing.
That's terrible.
Sailing. Like
I'm not interested.
What are we doing?
Doesn't seem
That's
like
one
a-
of those sports, like, it's comparable to bobsledding. Like, I feel like with no training, on a crazy day, I could just show up and win.
On what was your sport? I'm sorry.
I meant the luge. I said bobsledding, but like the luge. Like, just put me on like a little thing
The
and
luge.
send me down an ice slide. I feel like I could win maybe one time.
Mike P said fencing is stupid.
No.
That's pretty dumb.
because it reminds me of like I used to really enjoy the fight scenes in like Pirates of the Caribbean, and it reminded me of that. So I'm interested.
That's a cool
Okay,
story.
so soccer is part of the Olympics this year. The United States play tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. in Group A.
Men?
Pulisic.
Yes,
Goal!
that is the men's first round. So tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, United States will take on France.
I wonder.
And then they'll play.
What's
they'll
the line?
play again Saturday against New Zealand.
Does it say a line for that game?
I can find
France
that.
has got to be favored by like 3.5.
Yeah, that's not a good opponent.
Kylian Mbappe, like arguably the best player alive.
Look at this guy.
Mbappe.
Look at this guy.
Kylian Mbappe.
Mbappe.
Trampoline sounds dumb.
I mean, isn't that just all the gymnastics?
I mean, essentially, it is gymnastics.
I think gymnastics is pretty impressive.
I mean, I do too.
But they're doing it with their own feet, not on a trampoline. Anybody can do a flip on a trampoline.
Depends on the event.
I'm just talking about the floor. Chandler was talking about the floor earlier, the floor exercise.
This looks cool.
Pump handle.
Okay. Oh wait.
What'd that add?
They're doing football?
No.
That's soccer.
I was trying to find
not?
soccer, but it's called football.
Well, I know it's called football, but
Do you?
Golazo!
oh yeah, they do have it listed as football.
Nah.
Okay.
That looks fun.
So tomorrow.
Yeah, but it.
Okay, tomorrow there's soccer all day.
Hey, you want to talk about heaven on earth?
Yeah.
Soccer all day.
Bro, I can't wait to watch the Netherlands and Turkey play for 90 minutes for a 0-0 draw. I'm just amped up about it.
Uzbekistan is taking on Spain.
The best part is, after that 0-0 0-0 draw, as I call it, we can riot and throw Molotov cocktails at each other.
Now, women's soccer plays tomorrow. Canada and New Zealand at 11 o'clock, along with Spain and Japan.
Let me see if I can find you a line, Alex, for Olympic soccer men.
United States takes on Zambia at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yams.
USA,
collard greens.
France. France is minus 225. USA plus 600. Draw plus 380. Wednesday at 3 o'clock. During the show, we'll be watching some USA soccer.
USA.
Hey.
USA.
Hey.
USA.
Hey. Let's see.
I'm about to blurt the national anthem so loud right now.
Why is it only showing football?
Marathon swimming. What is that? Get in the ocean and just go until we say stop?
And just go.
Last one swimming wins. All right. There's a lot of...
Okay, here are the sports for the Olympics. We have 3-on-3 basketball.
Well, I have all the sports here. I was just kind of naming the dumb ones.
Sorry.
But, like, I thought it was kind of...
Breaking?
Yeah,
What's
what is
breaking?
Oh, yeah, look that one up. I wanted to look that one up. I thought it was kind of like Americanized.
Breakdancing.
No way.
Oh, come on.
Okay, that's
I believe
the
that
dumbest
is
thing.
I
That's
believe
dumb.
that
Oh,
is.
it is.
That's dumb.
There is, because there's a thumbnail on this video of a guy on his head
That's dumb.
just breakdancing.
Oh,
his
I got to check that out.
butt off.
I used to breakdance as a kid.
I thought the cycling BMX stuff, I thought that was a very American thing to put into the Olympics, but I guess other countries are good at it too. But anyway.
There's handball.
When does rugby start? Rugby is so cool.
You a rugby fan?
Big rugby. I had the rugby video game that came out like a decade on the Xbox 360.
Oh, table tennis. I still love table tennis. I love watching table tennis.
Yeah, don't call it ping pong. That's rude.
Who are y'all pulling for in the Olympics?
Who do you think?
The United States of America!
Me
There's three things I'm pulling for.
What's that?
U,
Yeah?
S,
Uh-huh.
and then A.
That's right. Love it or leave it.
The red, white, and
I don't
blue,
have
baby.
DNA. I have USA.
Nice.
Amen.
I'm white, my blood's red, my veins are blue. All those are facts. Although, isn't blood blue before it leaves your
I
body
think
and
that's
hits
a
oxygen?
myth. I don't think that's true.
Do we have any scientists in the house?
Me.
Is blood blue before it
Technically-
hits the oxygen and leaves your body?
Well,
Could you imagine having this conversation on a plane and saying, "Is there a scientist on board?"
Clip,
Instead of
we're all
"Is there a
communication
doctor?"
majors in here.
Got
yeah?
it for you.
Yeah.
Doesn't our diploma say like science of journalism?
Yeah.
Human blood.
So we're all scientists here.
Human blood is red, not blue. The color comes from hemoglobin, which is your protein that's in the blood that reacts with iron and oxygen.
Of course.
The brightness of the color depends on the amount of oxygen in the blood.
So the whole blue thing, so what's the blue vein deal?
Okay, it says, here we go. Here's the explanation for that. It says, blood mostly flows through veins and can appear muddy red or even dark blue or purple through the skin.
Yeah.
However, the blue appearance is due to how skin tissue absorbs and reflects light, not the color of the blood.
Boom. There you go, folks. We try to teach somebody something every day. Yesterday, we taught Kurt Kraft that giraffes have long necks. Today, it's all about blood.
God, and they do, too. Them things are long.
Facts.
Do you know how they fight?
They swim.
they swing their necks.
Mm.
They tangled their necks. That's
Total
how they fight.
Concussion stuff going on there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By the way, I don't like blood.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate like if I get cut.
Oh yeah.
I got a cut a couple weeks ago on my thumb, and it's a little cut. It's nothing big, no big deal. I just hate it.
I hate all the body stuff. Like,
yeah.
My wife's like, look at this thing I've got. I'm like, I can't. I don't want to do it.
Look at this rash.
No, thank you. Ew. See, I feel like that just gave me a rash looking at that.
Do we have a scientist in the house?
Not to get rash, but we need to take a break. When we return, Hour 3, Bryce Williams, Ticket Tuesday, Pirate Radio Outdoors mega segment, Mike Houston's comments at Media Day, and more. Huge Hour 3 on tap when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy Mug Monday with custom buck cups. Tuesday and Wednesday we have local acoustic night. Thursday night we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. So come twirl around and have a bucking good time. And don't forget your Sunday Fun Day Cornhole Tournament with the ECU Club Cornhole team at 3 p.m. Check out the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and events. Y'all come get bucked up.
This is your What's New update brought to you by the new Greenville Auto World. What's new? The new Greenville Auto World has new owners, a state-of-the-art service repair facility that can help you with tires, state inspection, AC repair, and more. Greenville Auto World can work on any type of vehicle and offers great monthly oil change specials. What's new? You making a service appointment now by calling 364-8730. For award-winning service, trust Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 across from the Speedway at Bells Fork. Pirates supporting pirates.
Want a great lunch with quick service?
Huckleburger.
Need a place to dine out with the family tonight?
Huckleburger.
The fastest full-service restaurant in town.
Huckleburger.
Huckleburger is committed to 3 core values: highest level of customer service, high-quality delicious food, and lightning speed. The Huckleburger menu features delicious burgers, cheesesteaks, chicken sandwiches, black bean burgers, salads, and much more. Huckleburger in Greenville near Lowe's on Memorial Drive and off of 15th Street near the movie theater in Washington.
Huckleburger.
Delicious, fast, fresh, and friendly.
Move you. This is Aaron Bunch.
And I'm Linda Bunch. We're with Advanced Moving and Storage. Let me be honest. When it comes to cooking on the grill or backing jet skis, I'm not very good at either one of those.
That's okay, Mama, but there is something that you are great at, and that's helping the people of Eastern North Carolina with their moving needs.
True enough, Aaron. Advanced Moving and Storage has been in business since 1992, and we've helped thousands upon thousands of people move.
That's right. Whether you're in-state or out-of-state, Advanced Moving and Storage has the experienced professionals that are ready to help you move.
Give Advanced Moving and Storage a call today at 252-321-3200. We might not be able to cook on the grill. I certainly can't back the jet skis, but we can help you with all of your moving needs. Use the moving company the pirates use, Advanced Moving and Storage.
Move you. Move you.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting encpiraterealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Ahoy there, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express, your local tire and wheel shop in Greenville, offering affordable, easy payment options for easy ownership, savvy? Our customers love our treasure of tires and wheels, easy payment options, and customer care package, too. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
There's a special deal at U.S. Cellular where you can get 4 lines for just $90. It's perfect for you, barbershop quartet.
That's us.
There's no trade-in needed, and it comes with 4 free phones of your choice.
4
for free phones.
U.S. Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Beauty Bar Medi Spa has an online auction, and you do not want to miss it. Proceeds go to Riley's Army to support children with cancer and their families, all right here in Eastern North Carolina. The auction runs through the 26th, so you've got a few more days. Go to beautybarmedispa.com. Awesome stuff here. Over 80 items have been donated from different businesses, individuals. There'll be, gift cards, home decor, jewelry. Also, for the sports fan, tickets to the Carolina Hurricanes hockey games, East Carolina football tickets, some Pirate fan bundles, coolers, a Blackstone, gym and personal training memberships, golf packages, and more. Go to beautybarmedispa.com right now. Check it out and bid on one of those cool items that are available to you. All right. Jamie says there's a 24 hours of NBA TNT channel that I'm watching at breaks of this show. Good stuff. What's that on?
And you're not listening to our awesome sponsors? All right.
Yeah, that's a big fail on your part,
Yeah,
Jamie.
way to go, Jamie.
Let's welcome in our guest. He is a former ECU tight end. He is a recent Faja. He is Bryce Williams.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw the light. I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again. I'm a brand new man. Chandler, you know what that fires me up for?
The Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Should have been Cowboys August 29th.
And we are how many days away from that now?
39. No.
Less than that, I want to say.
It was 40 yesterday.
For ECU football.
Oh, 37.
Yeah.
37 days away.
Does that even sound right, bro?
Who was the third? Who was number? No, it doesn't.
Now we're in the 30s until football.
I know.
Now we're in the 30s till football.
Oh, my gosh. Can you believe it?
Excitement time. Today?
37 days away until the party of the year's back.
That's true.
August 29th. Hopefully you can make it.
Yeah, should be. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to.
We had Bryce on time last year, I want to say.
I did. I read the small.
Year before,
print.
there was a discrepancy.
Yeah.
And you missed all the good food
right.
and whatnot.
Food
but last year you were on it. You'll be on it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie says we have to know how the first week or so of fatherhood has gone for Bryce.
It's so we're on week 2 tomorrow, but it's going good. It's just sort of venting to Shirley. It's definitely a change of pace. I've sat down and watched more TV than I have in the past 3, 4. I don't even know. Long time, but it's good. He's sleeping as an infant should, even though it's every 2-3 hours you got to get up.
I was about to say.
But other than that, he's a good baby and.
He's a good baby.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
You got them tar dookies?
We did at the hospital. Yeah. Now it looks like
Got some
mustard seeds. And
okay.
Like the breast milk poops.
Chandler, you into this discussion?
Can't wait to have a child.
Smells like eggs.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Oh, honey, you cooking eggs?
Honey, is it eggs or the baby?
Yeah. I've gotten, not technically, well, I've gotten almost 2 golden showers on me. But he was, not facing me. So
Which means to the audience that don't know that the baby peed on you.
Yeah, he peed with me while he was unclothed.
It has been raining a lot here. It's been raining a lot around this area, and apparently it's raining a lot in your house.
There's a flood in the Williams household. Yeah. All right, let's move on from that topic. But fantastic stuff, Bryce. We've got a big Pirate Radio Outdoors because we have a new serious fisherman amongst us. And he's got questions for you, Bryce, coming up later on.
I like answering those questions.
You know what we also had today, Bryce? AAC Media Days down deep in the heart of Texas.
Oh, wow, nice.
And got some Mike Houston to hear.
What part of Texas?
I'm going to guess Fort Worth because that's where everything is. Although Bailey said it was right outside of Jerry World. So what is that? Arlington?
Oh, yeah, because I saw the picture or something there with, what's his name? One of the guys at the Cowboys. They went and saw him.
We'll call him
Woods.
Troy Aikman.
Was it Woods? No.
Xavier Woods? I don't know.
Who?
Irving, Texas.
Julius Wood.
Wood.
Yeah. There was a picture.
Current Pirate with the cow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, they took a picture with him.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad I hope he makes it.
Yeah.
Rajay and
2 others. I don't know.
And Savone. Are you familiar with Savone?
No.
I can't believe they didn't take me, man, but that's cool.
Don't worry, I never went either. So.
Siobhan Revel, East Carolina corner, has told us all that we've been saying his name wrong. It's Savone.
Really?
It's not Siobhan.
Savone?
It is Savone.
Alex, do you call him Savone?
There is not a person in the world that calls him Savone. I'm not even sure his parents call him that, if I'm being completely honest.
But next time you see him, you're going to call him Savone.
No. No.
Hey, and then the guy that went with him, we learned his name like 2 years into his.
Shirley. We don't have that.
Shirley, he has
find that. Yeah. See if we can
I
find
know where
that.
it is. Give
Because
me
it's
just a
not
couple
this
seconds
name.
here.
It's not that name. It's this name.
Yeah, we had to learn how to say Rajay's name as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, and that took like 2 years because we always called him Raji Harris.
Yeah,
and
we put an E on it.
Yeah,
mostly
Raji.
because Donnie Kirkpatrick says names the way he wants to.
Raji.
It doesn't matter how you want him to say it. So we just kind of go by Donnie.
But this is how you say it.
All right.
So it's not Raji, Raja, or Raja. It's Rajay.
There you go.
It's Rajay.
It's Rajay.
It's Rajay.
Shirley, let's hear what Mike Houston had to say first about his excitement. Excitement time for this East Carolina football season.
Probably as excited about this fall as any. This is my 14th year as a head coach at the college level, and probably been anticipating this one more than any. Disappointed in our performance a year ago and the way things turned out, and knew we had a lot of work to do immediately, and knew that there needed to be a lot of change. And for us, I think change not only needed, change was good, and so went to work last winter, and really excited about the hiring of John David Baker as our new offensive coordinator. He was been the co-offensive coordinator at Ole Miss the last couple of years, and he's brought in a breath of fresh air on that side of the football. And he and the staff that we put together, they did a great job this spring with our players. We were able to bring in some players in the winter that matched the scheme that he wanted to run. We were able to retain the current players that we had that fit maybe even better in this scheme than they did in the previous scheme. And coming out of spring practice, I think everyone in the program just had a huge amount of optimism about what the potential for us this fall was.
So every coach is going to go into every season with some optimism and saying that, hey, I'm excited about this year. We've got a lot, all that. I do believe Mike Houston's ready for this season and anticipating this season because of the record last year, the bad taste in the mouth. And after a loss, Bryce, probably the first thing you want to do is get back out there on the field. East Carolina has had to sit on this 2-10 for months and months and months. So I don't doubt him when he says this is the most anticipation he's had for a season because, again, to get that bad taste out and because he thinks that it's going to look totally different this year.
Yeah, most definitely. I think he's got good reason to feel the way he does after all the guys he's brought in, the quarterbacks, tight ends, from the whole spectrum, especially on the offensive level. I know I'm anxious to see the new guys perform, so I can imagine how, the coaching staff feels to see the guys that they've picked play.
What is this offense going to look like? Mike Houston answered a little bit of that today as well.
And Coach Baker is very innovative, creative, young, energetic. We're going to be very aggressive with our play calling. He's going to get the ball in a lot of different people's hands, and we're going to do it at a very fast rate. And so it's going to be a lot different than what I've done in the past. But I think just coming out of the spring, everybody, players, coaches, fans, everybody's excited about it. We return a veteran defense, and so I promise you, those guys are probably the most excited about it. So it's just we're excited to get going August 31st.
Yeah, Rajay's got a smile he took with him to Texas when talking about this offense today and the up-tempo, how it looks totally different. Still, though, are you concerned at all, Bryce, that we have a quarterback battle at this point and we don't have a starting quarterback?
Not so much. I think with the two guys who are competing, obviously very good players. So I think, we can't go wrong with whoever we choose. I just hope maybe, when we do choose them that they'll hang, if they do what they're expected to do. We don't have to go flip-flopping like we had to in the past. But not too concerning. I'm sure once the decision's made, it'll be at the right time. And I think it will allow the guys, training camp, maybe puts a little more pressure on you, because the season is so close and, you're wanting to be named the starter. So I think adding that little bit of pressure to those two guys, will actually maybe expose one more than the other, good or bad. So I think it's all good. We know where we're at with quarterbacks.
You're going to see the heart of that battle coming up here in the next month, and those scrimmages leading up to that Saturday against Norfolk State is going to be crucial, especially in that quarterback room with Jake Garcia and Caton Hauser. We saw a battle last year. We saw that battle really never end going into the season. I think that's going to be a different case this year between these two quarterbacks. But, those Saturday scrimmages are going to be really make or break for one of these two quarterbacks. And I think it's going to be a lot more interesting than it was last year.
Yeah, most definitely.
I wouldn't mind seeing both in the Norfolk State game, but just a completely different reason than we saw both in the Michigan game. Like if Hauser leads a few touchdown drives, I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Garcia.
All right, Jake, you go do the same. Go try to do the same thing.
Or if Jake, or vice versa, whoever starts, I wouldn't mind seeing the other guy. But I was just thinking back to last year, and again, this game's totally different. East Carolina's a 30-some point underdog last year. They'll be a 30-some point favorite probably this year. So it's a different case. But last year we saw Alex Flynn go in like the first quarter, right? First half of the game.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah. Here's a question for you. If both quarterbacks play in the Norfolk State game and each quarterback throws for, let's say, 200 yards and a couple touchdowns, do you just keep rolling with that as you move forward? Or, do you just continue with a two-quarterback system going into Old Dominion?
No.
Or, that's just my question. I'm not saying...
What are you saying if both, play...
If both play great, if both go in and...
You go with the starter that played great, that you named, and just go from there.
I would understand it if they were significantly different stylistically. Like, if you had, a true pocket QB... and a dude who can run all over the field, I could see implementing packages maybe for one or the other based on who's not the starter.
Similar.
But they're both so similar.
Yeah.
They both have strengths and weaknesses that the other one doesn't have for sure. There are differences. I don't think there's so much drastic of a change that would warrant playing both after naming a starter.
That's why I wanted to. That's what I wanted to see last year. I wanted to see Garcia kind of have some like read option type stuff, and then Flynn do the more traditional passing stuff, and just never saw that. What are you doing over there? Is this like season's about to begin? I'm hunkering down, hoodie on. Like, what's that look?
I don't know. I'm just, I'm relaxed.
Okay.
He's chilling.
Just curious.
All right, Aaron Rodgers.
He's
RELAX.
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 Bryce Williams joining us in the Pirate Radio studios. Talk quarterback. So, Sean, let's talk concerns. I asked Bryce if he was concerned about the two quarterbacks going right now. What is a concern for ECU football? Because usually, leading up to a season, we're all hype and talking about what's going to be good. Well, let's take a step back. What are you concerned about?
I think a lot of people say this about football, especially on the offensive side of the ball up front. Yeah. It all starts up front. How is this offensive line going to be? You got a lot of guys. You got guys coming back that had started last year with Dustin Hall. Parker Moore's a guy that can go in there and has started before. But definitely the offensive line, because that is something, even though the quarterback struggled last year, this offense has struggled last year. Up front, there was not much time for quarterbacks to do much. And if there was time, they still did not do great and did not succeed and execute their play. So I think definitely it would be how much time can they allow either Garcia or Hauser to, develop in the pocket and find one of these new guys that's that receiver. Because I think at the receiver position, that was also – a position last year where, we didn't have a lot of guys that were getting separation, getting open, getting a lot of productivity. But that also, everything kind of connects because, up front was not good. Quarterbacks weren't good. And then, receivers were not able to produce with all that going on. So it all starts up front. So the biggest concern for me is, can we have a stable offensive line from the get-go? Not just, get going there in the third or fourth game. Can they be very consistent when it comes to protection week one against Norfolk State?
Your concerns are shared. Kenny says O-line. Skip says concerned offensive line. So, which is always a concern, but I think after last year is warranted, because to see if we do have an upgrade at the quarterback position, and to see if we have an upgrade at the receiver position, and to see if we have running backs that are as talented as we think they are, we need an O-line.
We got to
see any of that stuff happen.
Yeah, you got to get it done. And I want an O-line that we had a few years ago. I think you were on this team. I thought we had a really stable O-line with Avery Jones, Strother, and then some other guys. Maybe Noah Henderson was the guy up there. Forget about
Justin Redd.
I forget about the guard Justin Redd, and then guy I can't remember his name, but an offensive line like that wasn't like they gave enough time for Holton to do his job.
Well, Bryce, I wonder, how good was the O-line you had here when you played, and how good was Lincoln Riley and Shane Carden's mastery of the offense at, if they weren't that good, hiding it? You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, John David Baker has a responsibility in this as well, to, if that O-line's not up to snuff, you still got to move. You got to figure out a way.
Oh, most definitely. And I think with seeing what John's offense is going to be, how similar it is to what we were running. Obviously, I think we had a very talented offensive line whenever I played, but with the scheme that Riley was running, I mean, if there was a pressure off the edge that the O-line couldn't get to or something, there was typically a quick dump off pass or a hot route in place pretty much every passing play. So I mean, I think having both of those things coincide with each other, that you can be successful and kind of cover up maybe some of the holes that aren't as that are left open by O-line or vice versa.
And another thing too about the offensive line that's key to that success, and outside of, I believe, the quarterbacks and the receivers having good chemistry, I think chemistry is very, very important when it comes to, the success up front in your offensive line. And I think with guys like Taylor Hudson, Livingston, McKinney, Boyd, Struck, all those guys, I feel like they had such a great chemistry.
This guy's an encyclopedia over here.
But also, did they give you enough protection when it comes to Shane Carden? And like you said, hiding it. But that's where the magic and the brainstorm of Shane Carden and Lincoln Riley getting the ball out quick.
And then one thing also that allows to somewhat hide. I mean, you can tell if a quarterback's getting pressured clearly. If there's O-line misses a block, but when a play's busted and it is a pass play, our scramble drill that we worked on pretty religiously, and we, oh my gosh, I don't even know how many first downs we converted or even just completed passes we converted when the play was, say, busted. So, being able to potentially be able to do that this year with, what we have offense-wise, I don't know if they work on the scramble drill.
Man.
But, I mean, you can also, fix a lot of mistakes, if you're good at making things happen when the play's busted.
I harped on it last year that I don't know. We might have had maybe one hand's worth of passes completed on a scramble drill. I don't even know if we had that many.
Yeah.
I know for like a month or so we didn't have any. And it just seemed like that Carden could almost go out there with his eyes closed and know where Justin Hardy was, or at times know where Bryce Williams was. And
like you didn't need to know where Cam Worthy was. No. Just throw the ball up to him.
He was down the field. So, Skip said you have some of the same players on the offensive line returning. Is that good? I don't know. I've always thought about that too, Skip, where there's like a team that has a bad record, and then you say, hey, you got a lot of returners coming this year. Is that good or bad?
You want to think from a developing standpoint, that's a good thing.
You got to develop continuity,
experience, and
chemistry. And that's another thing I mentioned too is the chemistry.
You're big on chemistry, Chandler.
And I think we have great chemistry here at Pirate Radio. I think that's what really makes us work and succeed.
I do as well. I could do this show with my eyes closed, knowing where you'll be and what you're about to say.
Exactly. So
we need to take a break.
All right, you can. I was going to go through the projected starting lineup for.
Hey, Chon is locked in.
I know, man. I like this Chon. Football Chon's here.
I'm fired up. Excitement time, baby.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Football. Football who? Football Chon. All right, so here's what we'll do. Ticket Tuesday, brought to you by Toby Williams and Sailor Warehouse. We'll go caller number 3 at 317-1250. 317-1250 wins a family 4-pack to any Down East Wood Ducks game this year. We'll do our Ticket Tuesday giveaway. We'll do Chon's offensive line rundown. We'll go Fleet Feet rundown, Pirate Radio Outdoors, and more when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
Country music star Sarah Evans will be coming to the Weldon Mills Theater, Eastern North Carolina's best entertainment venue, on September 14th. Conveniently located just off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids, Weldon Mills Theater offers a hassle-free entertainment experience with free parking, wallet-friendly concessions, and a cozy atmosphere. With comfortable seating throughout the venue, there isn't a bad seat in the house. Join Weldon Mills Theater for a memorable event where you can relax and make lasting memories. Get your tickets to see Sarah Evans on September 14th at WeldonMillsTheater.com.
This is your What's New update brought to you by Greenville Auto World. What's new? Greenville Auto World has new owners and is part of the DriveHereNow.com team of dealerships. New owner Tommy Cook and his team have 4 dealerships with a fully stocked inventory, over 200 SUVs, trucks, cars, and over 50 lenders, and has financing for anybody. Get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. Greenville Auto World, Highway 43 at Bells Fork across from Speedway. Pirates supporting pirates.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Norm Bryant with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Pirate fans, the 2024 ECU football season will be here before you know it, and season tickets are on sale now. Lock in your season tickets to be a part of the Dowdy-Ficklin experience all year long. Season tickets start as low as $115. Payment plans are also available to fans who lock in their seats early. Just head to ECUPirates.com or call the athletic ticket office at 1-800-DIAL-ECU. We look forward to seeing you in Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium in 2024.
UBE and PirateWear.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Pirate Radio, your #1 station for the latest on ECU sports. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blue stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. They're open 7 days a week with a great lineup of guests and bands every night of the week. Coming up Wednesday night is acoustic night with performances by Mikkel Buck and Jake Sutton. Thursday, enjoy line dancing and karaoke. On Friday night is the Eric Dunlow Band, and then on Saturday is the JP Guns Band. You can check them out on Facebook and Instagram for the latest, and we'll see you at the Buck. And congratulations to Jansen Kidd of Greenville, our big winner on Ticket Tuesday. Now back to you, Clip.
Man, we got.
You
I
know
tell you
what I'm
what,
saying?
John is sharp today.
He's on it. What have you done different?
Have you been taking something?
PEDs, yeah. I'm on steroids.
You are locked in big time. I think you took Bryce's words to focus in and lock in, John.
Yeah.
You've listened to
Focus
him.
in, lock in, John.
So I could focus in, or just lock in. He's asking me to do both.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm doing.
So once you're focused in, you're locked in.
Exactly.
Before we get to the O-line, can Alex Harper tell us about Ticket Tuesday, brought to you by Toby Williams and Sailor Warehouse?
In this new world of having everything delivered to your home or office, why wouldn't you start using Cellular Warehouse for all your cellular deliveries? Toby Williams and his team are in the business of delivering phones and tablets every day to customers, which enables you to take the hassle out of visiting a store. The best thing about this great service is that it is free. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team make your wireless experience fast and easy. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent.
Free. I remember Ruff McNeil. I was talking about the spring game or something, and he said it was free 99.
If it's free,
I like that.
And also Coach Ruff said, if it's free, take 3.
There you go. Words to live by.
Saying? You got them Texas Roadhouse
free
rolls.
Give me a treat
on Sunday night. Bam, bam, bam. If it's free, take 3.
All right. A-Harp, good work on the rundown today, because we will do that in a moment. Chon has the field still. Chon, quickly, and I do mean quickly, do whatever you're about to do.
All right, so there's 7 offensive returners. Just looking at what, and this doesn't mean that this is what the starting offensive line is going to be for East Carolina, but what Phil still has is Dustin Hall at center. That's 1. Parker Moore at left tackle. That's 2. And other than that, like Emmanuel Poku, don't remember him. Darius Bell. Now, Bell is coming in from Houston. And he had two true games last year as a redshirt senior. So I don't know. Just when it comes to the continuity and the
yeah, but there's other names that we know.
Hampton Ergel's a guy that he has behind. Which, I mean, Ergel could be a guard or a tackle, but we remember him getting his start in the bowl game as a center. He has him behind Sacra at guard. And then there's also some other guys up here that, Trey Hardison and Jake Croker, guys that I don't remember. But
where's Weaver at?
Bryce Weaver, I just saw his name, and I want to say he is 3rd. And Bryce Weaver is 3rd behind Darius Bell at left guard.
Okay.
By the way, Chandler, it's one of the linemen you mentioned is Jake Crocker, and he is from Wayne County, Princeton High School.
Really? Okay.
True story.
Wayne County.
He's got him behind Poku at right tackle. So that kind of goes to my answer and a lot of people's answer that offensive line could be a concern when it comes to this offense just because of a lot of maybe some new faces.
Chon, while you got that field still, give me a flip through real quick.
All right.
Yep.
First person.
All right, you tell me to stop. You ready?
All right.
Hold on. Ready? Go.
Stop.
Oh my
this is
gosh.
crazy.
He's wearing the hat, so of course we had to have the Fresno State Bulldogs.
For the V.
Wow.
Dang.
How do you make a...
That's a little ironic.
That is
I couldn't
crazy.
figure out how to make a V.
Oh, and by the way, the other day when Alex Harper was not here, he plays for this team. We got East Carolina. And
also while Alex wasn't here, we got West Virginia.
That is true.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yep, sorry. Fresno State, first persons I think of are the Carrs.
Yes.
Derek and David. And I think of Pat Hill had great facial hair. And they were good for many, many years.
Devontae Adams.
Yeah, big name.
Yeah.
Still in the league
Bear
right
Pasco.
now. For those wondering.
Who?
Bear Pasco.
Oh, okay.
I remember him with the Giants, I want to say. He played for the Giants?
He did.
Bryce.
He was on that Super Bowl winning team.
So Fresno State is my online dynasty team in Redact the Colors League. So I've been playing with them a lot, and got me a hat, and I'm all in on Fresno. Won 9 games last year, right?
9-4.
Yeah.
For Fresno State. As you've been playing that game clip.
Oh my goodness. They're running back.
All right. I was going to ask who is the guy that I'm looking at their projected roster from Phil Steele. Who's the guy that's kind of.
So I like their receiver Moss.
Jalen Moss.
Jalen Moss is good, but their running back, whose name I can't think of right now.
Malik Sherrod.
Sherrod is my offense. Yeah. That guy is a freaking stud.
Yeah.
Love him. Chandler, you'll know the quarterback. I didn't know he was our quarterback.
Mikey Keene.
Where'd he go?
God, and why does that name sound familiar?
Where did he go to school in the American?
Mikey Keene. Oh, no. South Florida?
Central Florida.
Central Florida.
Yep, from a UCF quarterback.
Mikey Keene. When I saw it, I said, that name sounds familiar. They usually have his previous school beside him. They don't have it listed. So I was like, I guess I don't know that guy, but he does sound familiar.
And by the way, Phil still needs to update this. Their coach is not Jeff Tedford. He stepped down, Tedford. So they will.
It is now Clip Brock.
It is now me. Where does Steele have them in the Mountain West?
Let's see here.
I'm going to say Boise's first. Looks like he's got him back there a little bit.
Boise State is first, and let's see. He has Fresno State at fourth.
All right.
Out of 12 teams in that conference.
There you go, Fresno State.
So,
all right. Go ahead.
They start the year off.
Oh, I didn't know this when I picked them either. They're at the Big House.
At the Big House. Just like East Carolina was last year, they start the year off at the Big House.
Yeah, going to be tough GF.
Yep.
But Sherrod, keep an eye on him, man. That dude is a stud.
How's Mikey Keene in your game?
I don't like him. And part of it is
he a left-handed? Is he left-handed?
Is he a left-handed?
Is he left-handed?
Is he left-handed? No, he's a righty.
Okay.
And it's probably because I'm not great at passing. I'm getting him involved a little more in the running game. I might need to see how good the backup is. I'm not a huge Keene guy. I'm not keen on Keene, if you know what I mean. Can we move along?
Sure.
All right. We have to go outdoors. Let me welcome on Alex Harper to the show, because Alex has found a new passion in life, Bryce. A passion that you hold near and dear to your heart. So while you're indoors with the kid, we got a new fisherman on the high seas.
We do. So,
Alex, what's up?
Folks who have been listening to this show for a while remember the stories of the Specialist Beach Trip, and I was trying to get a fishing license, and we talked about that. I just came to the realization, like, I got a fishing license now. I paid for it. Might as well put it to use. Look for some fishing spots. I didn't even know where to start. Like, I didn't know what to fish for, like where to go, what kind of bait to use. So the past 2 days, and I believe I will be going, assuming it doesn't start raining, I will be going again after the show to River Park North and trying to catch some catfish.
There we go.
I went to Walmart and bought a probably terrible reel, and I got it because I liked how it looked. Honestly, it was not a good reason, but I bought a bait caster. Which for a novice fisherman, I know is I definitely know now. It's pretty difficult to manage because you got to put the thumb on the. It's like a timing thing.
So you can on the bait casters you can adjust. Should be a little dial depending on the weight of your lure, or if it's just your rig, that you can tighten and loosen, and that will gauge the fall. Like if you have it too loose and it's spinning too fast because it's too heavy or whatnot. So you should see, what kind of bait caster did you get? Like a bass looking one, or is it round? Is it an Abu Garcia Ambassador?
Is a Shakespeare
Okay.
Alpha. Was the name of the rod.
But yeah, so on that, there should be like a adjuster that you can tighten and loosen depending on heavy or light your rig is. And so you want that fall just to be like, just not like dropping fast, not going too slow, just somewhere in the middle. So that'll help with your backlash.
I didn't do that. I just took it out, went out there this morning and didn't adjust it at all. I didn't know that was something you had to do. So it was on 0. And absolutely, I believe it's called bird nesting.
Bird nest, backlash, rat. Yeah. They're fun to take out.
Yeah, it took me about a half hour. I went home, actually. I was like, I'm not catching nothing. So I went home and I cut probably half the line out of my fishing pole.
And it's not too bad to re-spool those. But yeah, you as a beginner, you probably could have gone to the spinning reel. That's pretty much backlash. With the bail, you flip the bail and stuff. Yeah. So that'll be easier for you to do. But that's exciting. As far, what are you using for bait?
So hot dogs.
I've used them. Hot dogs.
What bait would you recommend?
I don't know how big the catfish are at River Park North. But I mean, if you come across what you could do for bigger, I guess the easy stuff, you can do chicken livers. You can go get chicken livers at Food Line or whatever. Or if you have a little ultralight rod, you can kind of catch little bluegill. and you can live bait those, and catch you some catfish that way too. But hey, hot dogs will work, chicken livers, catfish will eat worms. But yeah, you can do the whole live bait. I don't know how big. I'd like to. Is it that you fish in the pond that's like by the highway, the big one? Or which one is it? Wait, no, you're thinking of River Park North. I'm thinking of the Rex, off of near
I go
the
past
golf course.
Town Commons.
Yeah, River Park North. Yeah, so yeah, try that.
What about crickets? Don't you use crickets?
You can
for
use
something?
crickets for like the pan fish, your bluegill, crappie, bass, and all that stuff. So you could go get you an ultralight rod and just the cork and bobber and get you some crickets or worms and pitch those off around the bank, catch you your smaller fish and use them to catch the bigger fish.
So this summer, I'm 0 for 3 fishing. I did not catch a fish with Coach Powell, my special teams coordinator. Did not catch a fish at the beach, and I did not catch a fish yesterday. So my goal is to land a fish by fall camp, which is
it's all about the chase, man. It's going to keep you going back.
So if you want almost like I say guaranteed, hot dogs, you can go that route. But if you want to catch a fish, then you can get you an ultralight rod. I mean, very inexpensive, and you can go the cork and just the bobber route, cork, swivel, like the leader and all that stuff, or you could just do a little cork. I'll have to show you some diagrams, but get you some crickets or worms, and you're guaranteed to catch at least something. I could almost guarantee it, but you have all sorts of different lures for bass and bluegill, and then your catfish stuff is normally your.
My rods are in the car. I could show you after the show.
Hey, well, I'll be glad to check them out.
I got 2 of them. I do have a spinner rod also
there we
that
go.
I brought from my hometown.
There we go.
Mike P, I can never tell if he's joking or serious, but he said, cut chicken breast raw with garlic salt catches catfish for me. Is he being serious? Or
I've never done it, but I can see it working. It's probably the garlic, I would think, would get him in, because if it's fresh chicken breast.
He said if the river has clams, cut them open, use them. Catfish can't resist them.
I've never tried that.
All right. Again, he may be being serious or maybe not. I don't know.
But as far as like you're fishing, like trying to look, don't get hung. But like if you see like a tree, like a fallen tree in the pond, typically fish will hang out around there. Your bass, and catfish can hang out there too as well. Structure is a big thing, for locating fish.
There you go. I like this, turning the tables a little bit. We usually ask Bryce about his outdoor activities. Now we've got young Alex trying to...
I'll take him under my wing.
Yeah.
I started off fishing ponds, catfish. I mean, that's what I started doing.
You're kind of turning into Bryce. Last week you were catching touchdowns as a tight end on NCAA, and now you're fishing. Is there a baby on the way?
No. I'm 98% sure.
Yeah. So there you go.
Well, you know what that means. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Here with Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood, it's a great time to buy a used vehicle.
It's not a great time, it's a perfect time to buy a used car from Brown & Wood. We have over 115 used vehicles in stock, and we're #1 in the market on price. We have limited lifetime powertrain on all of our used cars under 80,000 miles, so go to brownandwoodauto.com to find out more. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pirate Water Wicked Tea is here. Set sail for the next Pirate Water adventure. Barstool's best drink is back with delicious Wicked Tea, a strong, smooth, uncarbonated brew flavor with hints of lemon. It's the toughest tea to take on the high seas. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find the new Pirate Water Wicked Tea in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Yo ho ho, Pirate Patriots! It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Time to hoist the colors of the land of the free and the home of the brave. We're celebrating independence now through August 15th with FN Firearms. Take advantage on low prices of FN 510s, 545s, and SCAR 15s with factory rebates up to $500. Plus, with every FN purchase will come free FN gear. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, our friendly and knowledgeable staff are ready to lead you to the perfect treasure. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
The Holton Ehlers Show.
ECU quarterback Caden Hauser.
What are some guys that have stood out that fans can look forward to this fall?
I keep saying Anthony Smith has been really good. He just came in from NC State. I feel like me and him have a really good connection, even in the spring game and throughout the whole spring practices. I feel like we've definitely had a connection. Winston Wright as well, and the slot came in from Florida State, and even Chase. I mean, Chase has been here, so it's good to talk with him and have his experience from last year and him coming from Colorado, kind of have similar experiences, and then just building that connection even on the weekends, just throwing one-on-ones by ourselves and just getting that work in extra. It's been really coming together when we go into practice.
The Holton Ehlers Show, Thursdays and Fridays at 6, right here on Pirate Radio.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
Baltimore Orioles baseball.
And he gets into one to right field. Garcia turning around, and he's going to watch it fly on out. It's a two-run homer for Santander, and the lead for Texas is now just one. Finally, the Orioles break through in the eighth. It's a 3-2 Rangers lead. Another home run for Anthony Santander. Number 27.
Catch all the action right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Pirate Radio.
Remember, in a pirate ship, in pirate waters, in a pirate world, ask no questions. Believe only what you see.
The voice of the pirate nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Well, welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, and get rid of unwanted hair? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar Medi Spa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Free consultations available by calling 752-1406 or visiting beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Alex has got his rods out, and Bryce is, it kind of feels like this is like looking to the future of Bryce helping his son fish.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a father-son moment going on.
It's like Ebenezer Scrooge going into the future.
Yeah, this is, but Alex is ready to go and to learn the ways of the The Rodman.
Oh, yeah.
What do we...
Rodman. That was one.
Yeah.
Something I know. Nobody else knows.
Can you clear your throat? Or is that your new... Is that your new voice?
You okay?
No, I think I'm good now.
It's one of those side effects from the roids you were taking. You get all fired up, jacked up.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
They did tell me there'd be some side effects.
Yeah. But, man, you put on quite a show here this last hour, John.
I'm getting excited, man.
Is it about that time?
As we inch closer, because Thursday will be a week away from day one of training camp, of fall camp.
You know what? I think it's about time to break out this old gym. Let me break this out real quick.
Oh, yeah. When's that come out?
Folks, I don't want to alarm anybody. There is only one more Thursday without football.
Oh, man.
Can you believe that? Without a football game on TV. Hall of Fame game is next Thursday. That is crazy.
Already.
That's insane.
This Thursday will be the last Thursday without a football game on. Because then the week after that, we'll have preseason.
So that's the last week. We'll have football on every week.
We are in the last week.
That's crazy.
Without football.
And then we will have football on our televisions until February.
End of February.
That's great. It's great stuff.
That is...
it's the most wonderful time of the year.
It's
the most wonderful time of the year. Ding dong.
I associate that these dang commercials work, and we have some great sponsors and great commercials on Pirate Radio. But every time I hear that song, I don't think of Christmas. I think of a going back to school, like a commercial. I don't even know who it's for. But I say it's the most wonderful time of the year, and then somebody says they're going back, like a happy parent to get rid of their kids. So advertising works. Although if I don't know who was advertising, does it really work?
I guess not.
Yeah.
But something we always preach in the advertising world is you can have 200 commercials a month here on Pirate Radio. But if the message is not right, it does not matter. You've got to have the message right.
Preach.
Yep.
Preach.
Yep.
If you would like to have your business shouted from the rooftops by us here at Pirate Radio, contact Chandler Honeycutt.
Please do.
John.
Mark Alexander.
Jenny
Shelton. Jonathan Ellerby. Or me, and I will pass it along.
Please.
Yes. Or me.
Or
I'll
Bryce.
pass it along.
Or Bryce.
Yeah.
If you run into Bryce and you know somebody, or maybe yourself, wants to advertise your business or their business on Pirate Radio, tell Bryce.
Or if you're at an ECU football game and you see Alex Harper long snapping on the sidelines, getting ready to go in, say, Alex!
I want to do an ad.
I want to do an ad on Pirate Radio. Alex will then pass that along to us. Feel free.
I won't respond to you in a moment because I'm dialed in. But I'll pass
He's
along the
dialed
message.
and locked in.
That's right. You don't have to tell him to lock in.
No.
Jamie says this week should be Football Eve, a holiday.
I like it.
I got to get on my my fantasy stuff.
I'm going to leave cookies and milk out for Mike Houston.
You leave them out for John Madden. Who's like who's the
Biff
Santa?
Poggi eats everything in your fridge.
Who's the Santa Claus of football? Would it be Madden? Like Madden's the first name I thought of.
Him or like Andy Reid.
I'm not just naming like fat guy. I'm saying like who. When you hear football, who do you think of?
Football.
Yeah.
When I hear football, I think of
Mike Ditka.
Nick Saban.
Like Tom Brady.
Tom Brady could be. Good segment. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. This is the last week we'll talk to Bryce without football being on in that week. How about that? Oh, what do you think about that, Bryce? What a celebration. Sprinter took his shoes off and they sprayed him with a fire hydrant because they were smoking.
I thought they were really...
I know, I did too for a moment.
Golly.
Had to figure out what was going on. We'll take a break, come back. Olympics opening ceremonies coming up on Friday. We'll ask Bryce his interest in the Olympic Games when we return after this.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
This is Mark Pascal of Should Have Been Cowboys. The Pirate Radio football kickoff party at the State Theater is August 29th, and we'll be there playing some 90s country gold. Be there.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, "Be skinny, have you ever thought of running away?"
The Pirate Radio football kickoff party is back at the State Theater in downtown Greenville, Thursday, August 29th, presented by Carolina Eagle Distributing. Get tickets now at pr927fm.com for only $10. Arrgh.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hope everybody had a great 4th of July. Let me tell you about what we have going on this month here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have no payments for 90 days on all Ram and Jeeps. We have the huge discount on all makes and models. So we're here to make deals this July and make this summer sales event. Also, we have a huge selection, over 100 used vehicles on the ground right now. We're here to make deals, so come check us out here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates and ENC. Open 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy Mug Monday with custom butt cups. Tuesday and Wednesday we have local acoustic night. Thursday night we have line dancing from 7 to 9, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. So come twirl around and have a buckin' good time. And don't forget your Sunday Fun Day Cornhole Tournament with the ECU Club Cornhole team at 3 p.m. Check out the Buck on Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date information and events. Y'all come get bucked up.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors. Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
Daydreaming of being on the water? The Pirate Waters Outfitter in Washington is your place to get ready. This is Captain Bo Brooks with Pirate Waters Outfitter, and we are stocked up with the best selection of everything for the summer. Come in today for a new pair of Bahio sunglasses or a new color turtle box. You going fishing? We are stocked up with reels from Florida Fishing Product, new fly selections, and a full line of Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Waters Outfitter on Market Street in downtown Washington, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio, serving the great community of Greenville and beyond with the best content on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a rough day for the stock market today. The Dow was down 57 points and closed at 40,358. The NASDAQ was down 10 at 17,997, and the S&P was down 8 points at 5,555. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors LLC, member SIPC. Now back to the show.
All right, as you can see, Bryce Williams is getting Alex straight when it comes to his.
He is full Bill Dance right now.
It is. Bryce is in his zone. He loves a little project, and Alex has given him one here. Actually, Alex didn't tell him to do anything. Bryce is just going to work.
Yeah, he's been kind enough from one experienced fisherman to a novice to show me the ropes a little bit.
Yeah, he's got his box cutter out, and he is going to work. Bryce, enjoyed it, man. We'll talk to you next week.
Yes, thank y'all for having me.
John, stay locked in, man.
Yes, sir.
Great job today.
Keep it up.
Great work today.
I will.
Hey, Arp, appreciate you as always.
Thank you, guys.
And Shirley, thank you for making everything go the way it goes.
Yes.
We'll see you on Wednesday when we return for Pirate Radio Live, 3 o'clock. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice